because they found me.
While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well,
It means he's not writing something else. It means he's not working on something else. It means he's not playing something else. Do you understand? Like, you can't do that in this industry. Ever moving forward. Always a new subject. We live off of vapor. Hey, everybody cares about this. Pff, nobody cares. Everybody's really talking about this game. Pff, nobody cares. It's like that. Like that. It's that quick. That's why it puts these guys in this position. You're asking the wrong question. You should be asking, why are publishers doing this? Hilly wants to see 400 likes. Catwalk wants to see the membership go up, and he takes it to 238. Thank you so much. I will gift all the members that I owe you today. Harbinger with another gifted member. I will gift all the members that I owe you guys today in the
Where's the rest of the nomads that I gotta talk to? Where the fuck are you guys?
Second stream today. Hilly wants to see 300 members. Hilly with a 2-spot super chat. I would copy and paste my PS5 review for Xbox. Yeah, it would serve no purpose. It would serve no purpose because they would say, here are my thoughts on the story that I already wrote. Here are my thoughts on the combat that I already wrote. Here are my thoughts on the length of the game that I already wrote. Here's one new paragraph about how the game performs on the Xbox. Is it out now? Yes, it is. The game is out now. It's scoring very well. It performs well on the Series X. It performs well on the PS5. It performs well on PC. The only place we're hearing about like inconsistent frame rate and not, you know, the graphics aren't as great is obviously the Series S. That's not surprising. TJ Rage with a single gifted. That's a 10 bomb right there away from 250. We'll see if anybody takes the bait. Nice layup, TJ. So can you explain why they went back and reviewed PS5 version of Baldur's Gate 3? Yes, I can. I have a feeling you could figure this one out yourself. But I'll do it.
Ah, the Militech Berserk. Here it is.
I'm trying to be nice. Come on. This is so obvious. I'm trying to be nice. It was a staggered launch, brother. It was a staggered launch. Do you know what that means? It means suddenly it was relevant again. That Not Good takes it all the way with the 10 bomb to 250. Thank you so much. And Hilly says, Lono, it's my birthday. Guys, it's Hilly's birthday, and he wants to see 400 members. That's what he's asking for, so you better give it to him. Dad Not Good with 21 months in a VIP. Welcome back. There's no spin here. Okay,
What's the
I'm
trophy?
actually going to go really slow with this because it isn't fair to expect you to understand how relevancy works. This is literally what I live off of as a YouTuber, okay?
Kill or incapacitate 3 enemy. No.
I'm going to be fair to you. I'm going to presume that you're coming at this from good faith.
Perform a superhero landing to kill or incapacitate 2 enemies.
So the way relevancy works.
I'll try that.
17 months from Legend into VIP. Welcome back. The way relevancy works is when something launches, the lead up to the launch, like announcement, gameplay, and launch, those are like the biggest moments for the game. Borbs with a gifted, thank you so much. And he rolls it over Agent of Chaos at 251. So when something has a staggered release, Dustin with 15 months, thanks so much for jumping back in. When something has a staggered release, those staggered releases give like a bump to relevancy. Why? Because the game's already been out and all the PC guys have been like, it's so fun, we're having a great time. And then when it hits PlayStation 5, like a month later, 3 weeks later, whatever the time period was, I forget the exact amount of weeks. It was close to a month later. It was something like that. Suddenly the relevancy is back up. Why? The search term Baldur's Gate 3 PS5 review suddenly grows in value. When it hits Xbox, PlayStation, and PC all in the same day, those search terms are at their highest. A couple of weeks later, they are no longer relevant. Do you understand the difference? I'm genuinely trying to be super charitable about this because it seems like such an obvious thing, but you just may not be thinking about how relevancy works in this world. And the guys that write these articles and the guys and gals that do these reviews, they understand everything I just outlined. They understand it. That's what they live off of. So no, it makes no sense for them to loop back and do an Xbox review in a couple of weeks because the relevancy's gone.
I think I've talked to all the nomads.
Something else is more relevant now.
You join up at Pan Am. Maybe there's somebody else up there.
I have a bunch of people to thank. Hilly with the gifted, Rodrigo with the gifted, Ant with the gifted, V-Game Veteran with the gifted, Abe with the gifted, a 5-member train. Look at that. All singles taking us to 256. And a 2 spot from Predator. Happy birthday, Hilly. They're just not thinking at all. Again, if I asked a question about welding to like a YouTuber that does welding, I could see him be like, can you, this guy asked that question? Like, I'm like, I don't weld. Do you see, like people that don't do YouTube and game reviews, they might not understand. They're like, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you do the review in a couple of weeks? I just explained it. It would make no sense. K.Cole with a $5 super chat. PlayStation games going to PC is a good example of this. Yeah, when it comes to PC, all of a sudden you're getting game reviews of God of War like years later. Subset with a $2 tip. So don't expect reviews for Xbox version of Baldur's Gate 3. No, you should. I just explained to you why you should expect that. Now I feel like you're not listening, and I feel like there's some bad faith going on. I just explained to you why it would be relevant and worthwhile to do that. I just walked it out so plainly, brother. I can't make it any plainer than that without bringing a dry erase board into the stream. When there's a staggered release, relevancy gets an uptick again. There's no staggered release. Alan Wake 2 is available everywhere right now. There's a difference, man. If you can't see the difference and my explanation is not sufficient to show you the difference, then I don't think I can help you. I feel like it's so obvious.
I think I'd like that.
Ant with 26 months of membership, thank you. A 2 spot from John Always. Happy
You're
birthday,
welcome,
Hilary
Pan Am.
and Dolphin. Luke Stevens' review of Alan Wake 2 is worrying. What's worrying about what he said? Everybody's giving it pretty high marks. What did he drill down on? My main concern is performance. I was worried we were going to get a Jedi Survivor situation where everybody's like 9s, 10s, yeah, and then I play it and I'm like, this thing runs like crap, because like that's what happened with Jedi Survivor. Still saying PS5 is better than PC and Xbox? No, I haven't said that. And that's the second time today you've said something false because you're trying to stoke fires and cause problems and you're not engaging in good faith. Like, thanks. I literally did not say that. I haven't said that once today. Just moments ago, I said, in a quick summary statement, I said, Alan Wake 2 is running well on Xbox Series X. It's running well on PS5. It's running well on PC. The only place we're hearing about performance issues is the Series S, which is understandable. I have not once indicated today that the game is running better on PS5. I've not once indicated today that the PS5 is better. I haven't said that once. When was the last time Xbox was the lead platform of a third-party game? It was the 360.
The guys up there might have to kill the innocents too. Can't have any witnesses.
5 gifted members puts us right there. Man, you guys are crushing it. 261 out of 275. Hilly with a 2 spot says your community is the best. Hilly said he wanted 400 gifted members today. You guys are Hilly. You're gonna have to settle for 300. I think. We're gonna get to. We might be able to get to 300 for you, Hilly.
Yep, enemies confirmed. They're criminals. check his background. Must have wiped his
what did
record.
Submissive say? You guys are saying he's capping? What did he say? Hang on. He said, I'm not going to bang the drum. What drum? I can't, unfortunately. Okay, so you genuinely, this is willful ignorance. You're being willfully ignorant or bad faith. You are. I'm calling a spade a spade. You are choosing to be ignorant because you can't see the difference between a multi-platform launch. Every platform gets the game right now, and a staggered launch. You can't see the difference between Baldur's Gate 3 hits PC, and then a month later it hits PS5. And when it hits PS5, there's a surge of interest again, and there's an increase in search and relevancy. When it lands all on the same platform, everybody's searching for reviews right then and there, and then weeks later, there's less people searching for those reviews. If you can't see the difference, you're choosing not to see it. You're choosing to be ignorant, which is foolish. You're acting like a fool, which means I don't interact with you anymore. Because responding to a fool according to his folly makes me a fool. So I'm done with you. You're being willfully ignorant, you're a fool. Which means you don't get my attention anymore. I've went the distance patiently explaining this to you, so you're now getting ignored. That's the only conclusion I can come to. Hilly with a 2 spot. Can we drown out bad faith with membership gifts? And Abe says, I'll do it for you. And he gifts a member to 262. Thank you very much. Hilly with a gifted member does it again and pushes it up a little bit more to 263. And I can't help but think that it's another gray name using low dollar super chats to bait me so that you can feed clips. Like, I cannot help but think it's the same pattern every time. And you made your account 2 days ago. So this is your last day here. Thanks for the money. And I know that'll get clipped. I know this will get clipped, but I know what you're doing. Your account is 2 days old, and you're using low dollar super chats to force me to engage with your bad faith, willful ignorance so that you can feed clips on the internet. That is just absolutely pathetic. I wish I could push a button and refund your money. I wish I could, because I don't want it. Please stop. It is super, super unhealthy to continue to do this. Just stop. Solemn with a gifted. Ederlop with a gifted. Thank you very much. That's
Trying to change my view.
Setup right there. 265 out of 275.
Yeah. Let's go. Ready, boys. Watch out. Shit, this thing's a little slippery. It's a big boy. I'm coming tall. Watch out.
Giselle me the money. I'll take it.
I
I swear I checked his account the other day.
Watch out, I'm gonna hit you. Better speed up.
I did.
Oh,
I swear,
shit.
that name was familiar. And I swear
So
to you, I checked it
close.
the other day and it was older. I swear. And I just checked it.
Come on,
it's
boys.
a 2-day-old account. Oh, big
Can't get away
surprise.
from this.
A
Oh, I'm
great
about to get him.
2-day-old account.
Oh, watch out.
Doing
Oh, I got right
$low
through him.
tips. Driving bad faith takes. Like, gee, many Christmas. A
Oh,
2-spot.
they're getting taken
from
out.
Kira He. I just love how you handle the trolls. Keep it up. Thank you.
Fuck. Do I have any boost?
How about the new footage from the day before? Did they release new footage of Dayworld?
How do I
Your turn,
boost?
Bobby. Do you remember the jammer?
Not available.
Should be making similar account names. It's possible. It's
Nitro
possible.
injector clear. Launcher's also green. We're good to go.
Uses money to grow members. Yeah, how much did
shit.
you tip?
Systems are offline.
No, dead serious. No, that's a good call.
Got all these
That's a good
glitches.
call. I'm
Fuck.
going to my supers right now. Every cent he gave me, I'm using to gift members.
But B, you need
Let me
to
look.
somehow
Let me
get
add
rid
it
of
up here.
those drones.
On the drones. You deal with the Panzer.
5. That's $1. $2. $17.
Put it out. Get the fuck
Another
out of Dodge.
4. That's $21. Another 5.
I
that's
can't switch to use my other
$26. Another
weapon.
2. That's $28. He gave me $20 yesterday. $48. Good night. Wait, is this the same guy? It's a different guy. Yes, I just went to a different account that's back in the that's back a couple years ago. What the frick? Oh no, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. No. I'm sorry. I thought it said 2013. It's 2023. Yeah. I read it correctly. About $50 worth. He's giving me 50.
What the fuck? You want to write through him?
Tips on a very, very fresh account. He gave me a bunch of money yesterday, so I'm gonna take that $50 right now. I'm taking that $50 and I'm gifting.
I got you, Pan Am.
This has nothing to do with this. I'm taking your 50 bucks that you used to troll my channel and I'm giving it to the community. Probably the best middle finger I can give you without actually doing it. 50 bucks. I don't want your money. I'm giving
I'm
it to
out.
the community.
I saw a mech walking toward me.
After that, I can improvise.
We can do this, Pan Am.
And that
Hang
counts toward the member goal.
Oh, so much
Excellent idea,
loot.
Eugene.
No more risks. Not a one. We're damaged. So much.
Please let me get all this loot.
We can do this.
You might be abusing some refund system. You can't do that. You cannot do that. He has already given his money to YouTube, which if he tries to recharge that back, he's got to fight with YouTube, not me.
Oh, ram your
It's not
way.
like when you do PayPal.
I'm
and you
coming,
charge
bitch.
that. He has paid YouTube, so.
Can I
you wanna
crush
go
that
toe-to-toe
stuff?
with YouTube
No, I
and
ran
Google,
right through it.
Go right ahead.
Nice.
Go right ahead.
You dumb bitch.
What's the member count? Let me give you one. 2672. 2672. You guys are about. Hang on.
Come on, boys.
Because I owe you 40.
Come
I owe
on,
you
line
50
up
members.
nice and clean.
So hang on.
Let's make this easy.
So 2672.
I'm going for my perfect
plus
ending.
the 40 that I owe you.
Well,
No, I'm sorry,
all
the
my
50.
endings. My platinum.
2672 plus 50. You guys are at 2722. We are 30 members away from the goal.
Propulsion.
30, because mine counts.
What
So
specifically
seriously,
was...
if you guys do what Hilly asked for, if you hit 300 members, we got it. We got game night. We'll get 2750.
Perform superhero
we'll get game night.
landing.
You get a third fright night. Well, that'll be every single thing that we set for this month. Well, no, we have fight night as a stretch goal to 3,000, and then we have the stretch goal for Gollum. But those are way out there. We're more focused on the 2750. So
How to
we're
do?
like
Let me
30
see
members
how to
away.
do a superhero landing.
5 from
Gonna
Kira
bang
Heath.
these
Thank you
trophies
so
out.
much. I appreciate that, taking us to 270. And 1 from Hilly. Thank you so much. Taking us to 271. And 10 Bob from Wissick comes in and takes us to 281. The man himself. He's the agent of chaos. He rolls us forward. Unbelievable. And a single from RPG and a 5-bomb from Lone Wolf. That's going to take us to 87. And Jiminy Christmas. And a 14 spot says, Happy Friday. Thank you so much, Ika Gang. Going in. And we've got 1 from Kale and 5. I can't keep up with this. And 5 from Zyrasword and 1 from JC and 1 from Solomon and 10 from Keithius and 5 from Siege Master. Unbelievable. Hang on, I got to add these up. That's going to be 21, 2,
Interesting.
3. That's 23 and 10 from Sorcerer. That's 33, 287 and 33. You guys are absolutely incredible. I can barely keep up. I'm actually having to add this up. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. That's 320 out of 325 and a single
With a
from
revolver.
Hex and Javier Kodo comes in with the 20 bomb and takes us all the way to 241. It's it. It's here. We did it. We hit the
I gotta
frickin'
hit a grenade out the
2750
air
for
and
game
do
night
the
and a
superhero
single
landing.
from Rodrigo, thank
Try
you
to do
so
the
much.
superhero landing. Find some enemies close
Javier
together.
Kodo is my Raul. He's my Raul. I get to yell
Oh,
his
just
name, and
robots?
it's so fun. And another one from Trill Troll takes us to 243. Unbelievable. And 16 months from Kale. And she says, the best community, by the way. I ordered coffee. Hey,
It says just
somebody ordered some
jump.
coffee. Kale says, give me some of that goodness. And it's 2 bags of light roast. Thank you so much.
Wait, what?
Appreciate that. And another one from
I didn't-
Detonator.
this
Yeah, you
description
guys
doesn't make
earned
any
a
sense. It
third
just says
Fright Night.
jump
You're gonna
onto
see me
2
say
enemies.
Play Switchback as well on the VR, and you also unlocked.
2 drones, so I have a perfect location that you can easily do this. The body needs to be a berserk. You're going to press 8 seconds or so, or 6 seconds. Give probably a couple attempts to do this. I tested it out and made sure that I was able to get on top of it. One of them does like to move around. Press the R1 and L1 together, activate the berserk, jump off the roof, and unlock the trophy size achievement. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. And one of the own hero system, it is right there, the Berserk MK1, which to show you how to get the Rough Landing trophy size achievement. Alright, so in order to unlock it, you need to perform.
Oh, the Zetatech Berserk. Oh, shit, I don't have it. Fuck, man. God damn it. Damn, a whole 10 minutes.
The I can't think of the stinking name. You unlocked the game night. Another one from
Hey,
Jojo.
you know what? Fuck
Another
it.
one
I'll just
from
get it
Catwalk, taking
another
us
time.
to
Fuck it.
346. Absolutely fantastic. Eugene, that's gotta be one of the best things we've ever thought of doing. I think that's the answer moving forward. If they're going to use super chats to troll and disrupt, use your cut to gift members. Yeah, exactly. If we catch some brand new account, gray name, doing bad faith super chats to disrupt, I'll just take all the money they give me and I'll gift it back to the community. That's exactly right. I think that's got to be one of the best reverse Uno card plays I've ever seen.
Thank you. Get me out of this
someone
fucking
come up with. That
glitch
was the
thing
stroke
trying to
of
give me a
genius.
seizure.
Hex with 23 months in a VIP. Your hard work
Fucking
has built
sniper
this community,
rifle off
man.
of me.
Keep up the awesome content. Thank you very much. We've unlocked everything. Weather reports. Yo, what's good, Alejandro? Okay, so 346. Let's hit 350. There it is. Liquid Smoke says there ain't no way we're not hitting 350 and takes us to 351. You know, and Hilly asked for 400. So, I mean, that's on you guys. If you want to give him 400 for his birthday, Richard Rodriguez with the $2 spot says, Lono, what's your cut of each membership? YouTube does 70-30. YouTube does 70-30.
Throw a grenade. Give me my
Some
achievement.
people had 70-30 on Twitch, but they took it away. It's 50-50 over there now.
Come on.
Let me give you guys a count. You guys might actually
There's
be
a
able
lot
to
of us
unlock the
here,
big
all
one.
grouped up.
You guys actually might be able to do it. Halo game night, amazing. Thank you for the 2 spot. You guys want to do Halo for community game night? We can
Come
do
on.
Halo. Halo's kind of back in a good spot, man. People are talking.
He's dumb.
We had so much fun with Halo back
We'll
in the
find
day.
another grenade.
He hates Xbox. Yeah, that's why I did like 5 community nights. Okay, hang on. So I owe you 60, I owe you 70. I owe you 70 members, and we are at 2758. Okay, 2758 plus my 70. We are at 2828. That we're extremely close to 3,000. All right, 3,000 is supposed to be fight night. I tell you what we'll do. This is 3,000 now. That's your stretch goal. If you guys can hit 3,000 members before the end of this month, we will do the Golem. Right? Fortnite OG map.
Hold
for
on, let
community
me
night.
loot up.
Oh, that would be fun too, Eugene. They're going back, aren't they? I think they're going back. If you guys can hit 3,000 members in October, I'll give you the stretch goal. I have to play Golem. Every time I complain, I have to gift a member. After Golem, the next one, we have stretch goals for like really, really bad games. The next one will be the King Kong game.
Holy
Solid
shit,
for
those games
24
are
months.
fucking terrible.
These gray names got to come in with better troll message. They're getting a little dusty. You guys have noticed there are people with the name. You see how Solemn's resub message says Reforge Writer?
Come on,
We
what are
have
you guys gonna
changed
throw a
the
grenade?
name of
How about
tier.
that?
Reforged members are the standard members. The
Come
gifted
on.
members. Reforged writers
shit.
are $1 up from that, and you get to be a part of the writers' room. You get to plan and be a part of basically writing the next day's shows and monologues, which today's show is brought to you in part by the Reforged writers, because they helped Eugene and others researching in the Discord, going and looking at the Metacritic scores, looking for these patterns, looking for these issues with reviews. That was something that happened because of the Reforged writers. So if you want to upgrade to be a Reforged writer, that's an extra segment we do at the end of the day now. It's so much fun. It's an awesome segment at the end of the day. You guys literally help form and shape the shows. So thank you very much. That's incredible. So we're at like 28. That means you guys need 28. So if you guys got 100, that'd be 29. That would take you to 48. You need, if you guys want the Golem thing, you need like 150, I think. I think 150 would get you there, because mine counts in the total. My memberships count in the total. So, yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate what you guys have been doing with the channel, what we've been doing as a community. You know, we've been trying to focus on just being, I mean, today obviously isn't exactly what I would say is a positive stream, but I felt like this is a problem, this is a frustration I have as a consumer, and I think this should frustrate, you know, Xbox consumers. It should frustrate them. Be like, come on, man, where are the Xbox reviews? What's going on here? Why are publishers doing this? Dan says, check for writer's stat. It's definitely a fun show. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate that. Yeah, VIPs get access to everything. There is one extra segment a week for the VIPs where you get an unfiltered stream with me and my producer and sometimes 30 and Still Gaming. So that's a great reason to go even higher. But primarily, right now, our focus is just, if you want to sample even more of the members' content, is become a Reforged writer. It's really fun. Shaping a show with a group of people, it's just a blast. Like, I never thought I would be doing something like that. It's a really unique opportunity. So, and could we get 20 more likes on this video, man? There's over 500 people here. We should easily be able to do that. That's an easy one. It's not a positive stream, but we talked about it in a positive way. Been a pretty chill stream so far. I mean, I'll get transparent. We're not in members, but I'll get transparent. I've made a concerted effort to not do the, you know, take the bait, beat on a troll for 20 minutes, right? Even that guy today, I was like, I'm gonna assume this is good faith, and I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can, as patient as I can. And then I was like, I saw what was going on. And even then, I'm just like calmly like, man, get out of here. Please stop. This is just a nuisance. Just leave us alone. Leave me alone. This doesn't make any, this is weird. But like, it did in the past. Like, I didn't like being snippy, angry, arrogant. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that side of me. It's easy to get provoked into that when people are coming after you, attacking you, misrepresenting you. It's easy to get reactionary. And I've made a concerted effort to not do that. And I hope you guys feel the benefit in the show quality. Because my concern is show quality, not being right. Okay? It's really easy. I have, you know, narcissistic ego tendencies to be like, I gotta be right. I think that makes for good content because I enjoy sparring, debating, discussing, but it needs to stay in a healthy place for me and for the show and for you. So I hope it's been something that you guys have enjoyed, because the last couple of weeks I've significantly tried to adjust and tone some of that down. And we've avoided certain subjects just because we know what it'll bring and what it'll lead to. But today, I didn't even want to do this show, but the more I looked at it, I was like, I have to do this show. This is not something I can ignore. You know. I appreciate it's better for everyone. I appreciate that. Okay. We're 2 hours into this stream. We are 2 hours into the stream. It was a very good explanation for how relevancy determines what content comes out and when. Yes, like I feel that's valuable for you guys to know. Like, really put yourself in the position of, imagine that you're Windows Central, or imagine that you're Xbox Era. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, what are we gonna do? Not have a review? You know what I mean? Like, it puts them into an impossible situation because you could go to them like, hey, why aren't you guys doing it on Xbox? And they're like, what do you want us to do? Give you like a 6-hour review, like slam it together really fast? Like, it's not fair to them to expect them to do that. And that's why I gave Jez Corden a shout out. I was like, listen, I do not always agree with this guy, but he's doing the due diligence. He got the code for Xbox and immediately started testing it on Series X and Series S so that you would have some information as a consumer. Give that guy his credit, you know, help him out. Because that's work, you know, who knows? He might have foregone sleep for that or something. We're at 397 on the likes. We're right on the cusp of 400 likes. Thank you guys.
Forgot about my missiles.
It was too good of a topic to pass up, especially once we started seeing things like, I think this was the death knell for me. I was like, I gotta talk about this. Lords of the Fallen just came out, and it didn't score that well, and it's not the greatest game. It's kind of rough, and Xbox doesn't even have a score on Metacritic because there weren't enough people reviewing it. Like, that to me was like, I gotta talk about this, dude. This is not helpful. This is a pattern that I think is unfortunate. The Kong game. Would you guys rather me play the Kong game instead of Gollum? We had Gollum first up in the Lono has to play a bad game incentive. You guys are gonna have to scramble. You guys have already gone crazy. This is nuts right here. 350 is nuts. To do another 150 on top of that's crazy. You're gonna need some of the big boys to come out of the woodwork that aren't here right now. I don't know if you can call them on the bat with a bad signal, but you guys got a ton. You got 3 Fright Nights. You got a community.
Let's go
game
Pan
night.
Am.
You guys got a lot. I think Gollum. I think we go with Gollum. That was the first one, and then we'll do Kong after. Every month we will have a stretch goal for me to play a really, really bad game. Okay? So if you guys want to hit Gollum this month, I'm telling you, you're going to have to bat signal some of the big boys because it's going to be 150 is a tall order. Unless 150 of you all do a single one right now, which we've tried that before, and it usually is only about, 5 to 10 people throw in. You got until when? End of this month, but here's the problem, Abe. We're on the cusp of a weekend. You're going to lose a bunch of members over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to hit the ground running on Monday and it's going to be harder. Like, today would be the day to do it. So, I'm happy with where we are. But if y'all are like, man, I really want that Gollum, you know, it's going to be a tough climb if you wait till Monday. Biggie says, come on, let's try it. And he bumps us to 352. Thank you so much, Biggie. He throws one in and says, listen, many hands make light work. We can do this.
This would be it.
Right now, I owe you 70 members. So I'm counting mine already as if we have them. I'm counting 70 in the total. Does that make sense? So currently, if we count my 70, we are at 2759 plus my 70. We are at 2829. Just round it up to 2830. So 2830. You need 3,000. I'm lowering the stretch goal, by the way. You need 170, but you don't need 170 because I'll gift. You only need like 140 or something like that. Biggie's like, yep, let's get it. Biggie's calling on y'all. Look, if Biggie, I'm just going to say it, man. If Biggie's asking y'all to step up, I mean, I would. Hey, I already threw some in, too. I threw in 10 bonus from the troll. I threw in 10 bonus from the troll. I would enjoy Kong. The Kong one looks really funny. A 20 bomb from Smiley. He says, I'll take a chunk out of this. No problem. He throws down the gauntlet. That gets us really close. 372. Jiminy Christmas. That's a big one, Smiley. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. He just made it a little bit easier. Nice job, Smiley. Jeepers. That's a big one. I gotta drink some water. You guys have me shouting today. Big day. It's been a while. It's been a while since we have a day like today. You guys went nuts. You guys went nuts. I really appreciate it, man. I do. We've been putting the work in. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf, for bumping the line. 373. We've got a little bit of time to kill here. We do. Cristiano Souza with a 5 spot takes us to 278. That's Agents of Chaos right there, pushing us past the goal. And Mush, 379. One from Lone Wolf. Mick D09 takes us to 380. That's a 20 bomb layup right there. We'll see if anybody else wants to tag team with Smiley. And another one from Andrew. Look at this. Names we didn't even see yet today are saying, come on, we can do this. Lone Wolf's like, come on, boys. Keep bumping the line. You love to see it. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. You guys get a gifted member, man. You guys are in for a treat. Joker Quinn with a gifted as well. Tonight we're going to be playing Alan Wake 2. I'm going to play it in a little bit for you. It's going to be a second stream. I'm going to play Alan Wake 2 this afternoon, but I'm going to be playing it tonight with my wife for members. It's the first of 3 Fright Nights that I owe you. You guys have earned so many Fright Nights because you've been so generous. 5 from AOZ. Thank you so much, AOZ, taking us to 288. You're the man. Thank you so much. Yeah, tonight's going to be so fun, dude. Me playing scary games with my wife is an absolute treat. If you're a member, we have a playlist of us playing through The Quarry. It is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. You don't want to miss that. You really, really don't. Ward Huff gifts a member and takes us to 289. And a single from Spence that takes us to 390. That's a 10 bomb layup. Thank you so much, Spence. He's gonna crap himself when he comes back to 400 members. It's what he asked for. Watch Lono on the jump scares tonight. Okay, yeah. So your Fright Nights. Tonight's Alan Wake 2. Next week is going to be Don't Scream, where if you scream, you die. Like you hook up your microphone to it or whatever. A 50 bomb from Donkey Sausage coming in off the top rope, and he says, "I'm gonna do the big one." Oh my gosh! And takes us to 440. Somebody put out the absolute bat signal, and Donkey responds. He comes in all the way from downtown where the donkeys live. I don't know what that means, but Donkey Sausage with an absolute monster. And Face comes in and says, "We're not done. I'm gonna do one." Takes us to 441. Thank you, Face 2012. Donkey Sausage is the best name in the chat. It is a pretty good name. It is a pretty good name. Now we're going to break Lono's counter. There's only enough room for triples, triple digits. We've never gotten over like, you know, into the thousands. That's not ever going to happen, all right? But that's why we made it that size. That's big enough for the biggest we can do. That's big for the big enough we can do. I need to check the total after all these hit the chat. I got to check the total. Good golly. Off the top rope, dude. Right off the top rope. Jeepers. Donkey just flexing on the chat. Just taking over. Just taking over. Is it done? I think it's done. All right, let me refresh the back end. Let me give you guys a count. Because now I owe you...
Come out with your head.
I owe you 20 for each, so I owe you 80. I owe you 90. I almost owe you 100. Oh my gosh. I owe you 90. So... 29.38. 29.38. Yeah, you're basic. I believe you're about 60. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, because I would throw in, so you're 50. You're 50 away from the stretch goal of 3,000, and that's everything. That's everything. That's every incentive that we had. I was just downtown. There were, in fact, no donkeys. What a day. Congrats. Thank you, Vithar. Holy gifted. Yeah, y'all went nuts. Y'all went nuts. I'm going to gift everything I owe in the next stream. Catwalk's like, come on, y'all. Is this a new record? I believe the record in a single day, I forget where I put it. I think it's in the 600s. I can't even explain what happened that day. Where did I do that? Rodrigo! Hang on. There it is. No, that's not it. Where's my room? Did you literally delete my room? I had an admin... I had an admin room and I used... I had an admin room. It was an old mod room in the Discord, and someone has deleted it. And I put the record in there. I had the record for the most members, and then I had the record for most members in a day. Y'all quit messing with my stuff. Like, it's mine. Oh boy, that's not. Why would somebody delete that room? Creature says, I didn't delete. Somebody did it, man. You guys keep deleting my stuff. It wasn't Creature. I think it might have been one of the community. I don't. What a story. It's mine. Probably just minimized. No, it's gone. It's not there. The admin room is gone. It was an old room, and I repurposed it. I just started using it to track all the member milestones. I guess I should have I guess it's my fault. I should have renamed it. How is it deleted? Where is that? I don't see that. Oh, you moved it. Why is this in a separate category? Okay, it is. It's okay. It's been renamed. Somebody renamed it and moved it. You didn't delete it. Y'all are always moving my stuff around. I feel like an old man trying to find my shoes. I'm like, Martha, where's my shoes? I put them in the closet where they belong. It's like, I like them right here. I like them right here. Rodrigo, I have to add your member. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm getting old. You can't move stuff around. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. Okay, so the record for the most members we've ever had is 4,729. And the record for most gifteds, where is my super suit? That's what I feel like. Every time I come to the Discord, I can't find my stuff. The record for most gifteds isn't in there. I thought I put it in there. Guillermo gifts a member. Thank you so much. Hang on. I've really taken the wind out of the sails. I'm sorry. No. If I was doing a show with Mike, it would be. It was like 670. I don't know the exact number, but the record for most gifted in a day was like 670. I thought I tracked it somewhere. That's my fault. I didn't. I tracked the total member record, which was like 4,700 something. Give me 1 second. Ono probably moved it and forgot. I did not move it. I don't move anything in the Discord.
Oh, wow. This thing's fucking OP against the robot.
Dan says it was 673. Oh, you guys are saying 673? Brooklyn's saying 673. Okay, I'm going to put that in that room now. Hang on.
Let me go check those stairs. The fuck was that?
Gifted. 673. Okay, we got it. We got the record. Okay. What? Sorry. I did not mean to take the wind out of sails. I literally had that room, and I just knew. It's like when someone's desk is a mess, but they know where everything is. Like, it was this old admin room, and I was like, oh, we don't really use this room anymore. I'm just going to dump the member records in there. And it got renamed and moved to some other category. So I'm like, wait, where did it go? And I'm like, somebody deleted it. I thought somebody deleted it because we weren't using it anymore, right? It would have been, kind of. Can you leave the door open there? It would have been logical to delete it. So. No. Record and we play Halo tonight? No. We're playing Alan Wake tonight. If we hit the record, then I don't know what I'll do.
Shard's in.
Yes.
How much time?
Yeah, we're
do
playing
you do?
We're playing Scary Mama.
I'll be dead.
Hell yes.
Yes, scary game with drinks, of course. With me. Who else? No, next week is the one where if we scream, we die.
For now,
You good?
I'm ready.
I won't last. You'll live longer in the don't scream game. It takes a lot to make you scream in a scary game. It does. Like, Yeah. Okay. Halo when? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, let me refresh and make sure.
What's going
we have
on,
an accurate
buddy?
count. Sorry, we got distracted there.
Saul?
Okay, so we're at 2851.
I feel it too. Something's
We're at
amiss.
2851, and I owe you
Someone else have the
90.
chills.
Okay.
This is fucking weird.
2851.
Koshi's
So that means we're currently at 2941.
I'll take that loot.
Which
Should've done the cards with
means
Democrat.
There's some loot in there I missed.
do 60 would be too much because you're going to get some from me.
I'll cover you.
So if that hits for 50, you would need 55. Every 25, I get 5. So 25 into the 55 would lower it to
Can I get in there?
5. You need exactly 50. Yeah, I believe a 50 bomb, not a 50 bomb. Somebody, I mean, I'm not asking for a 50 bomb. 50 would do it. 50 more, and that's every incentive we have. That's every incentive. That's 3,000 members. That there's nothing left.
no mercy, it seems. Gotta remember what mercy is.
Okay.
To show any.
And I'll give you guys a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Math with Lono. It's hard because I have to include my 5 every 25. So it's like every time you guys hit 25, it chisels away at the goal by 5 because mine count. Like I count my gifted members in the total. So I'm helping as well. It's like when you guys do this, my 90 members gets added to the monthly total. So don't punish him by making him play Halo. I heard Halo is much better right now. What are you talking about?
Steps is all that separates you from the person.
It seems you'll finally.
Listen, Halo's as fun as you make it. The private matches are always fun. Like, come on, private matches are a blast. You know. Okay. I'm gonna get this gameplay stream ready. If you guys want to see some Alan Wake 2 gameplay, that's gonna be the second stream today. It'll be the second stream today. And we might drop some frames here. Lately, it's usually when I upload a thumbnail, it like doesn't care. It like doesn't care. But lately, it's gotten a little grumpy about it. So we might have some frame drops, which can mess with like the viewership. But that it's not anything to be worried about. It's just the bit rate getting a little disrupted. Hilly says, "Come on, y'all," and he sets up an easy 5 dunker for 450. Thank you so much, Hilly. It's Hilly's birthday after all, guys. Hilly's asking. He's asking for it. He's asking for it. Come on,
do
give
this.
Hilly what. Let me move this. Move this. That.
All the Goldos.
Let's get it.
We'll set this.
Come here.
Scheduled in like 1 minute. We'll go early. There it is, Alapark slams it home with a 5 spot, takes us to 450. I owe you guys so many members now. I owe you.
Where is Rogue? Wanted no part of this raid, you.
Now I owe you 90. I've been saying I owed you 90 because I was rounding up, I think. Billy said 300 members and 400 likes. That's true, he did. He did. Eugene said, "Is there a topic this month with no Xbox Metascore?" Oh, yeah, there it is. Is there a topic in third game this month with no Xbox score? Oh, Eugene wants his credit. Not tooting my own horn. Yes, you are. Toot away. Toot away. Pay up. I'm going to pay up in the next stream. I always do it in the next stream. I'll let you guys maximize the opportunity. You know? YouTube lurker! He hasn't done it in a while and he's back for another one. He says, this is it. I'm gonna slam it home from 450 to 500 all by myself. Puts the count on his back alongside some other heavy hitters today. Donkey Sausage and Mayhem. You guys absolutely bringing the heat. This guy comes out of the shadows and just slams home 500 members. Unbelievable. You're the man, YouTube lurker. You the man. You the man. I now owe you guys. What is that? That's 100. I owe you 100 members. Whew. What a day. So we're not even done yet. There's 100 more people that are going to get memberships. 100 more. Absolutely insane. If you guys are one of the lucky people who got a gifted member today, you might be like, bro, I watch his channel like one time. Behemoth says, in the face of the haters. Yeah, I guess. The hating hasn't done anything yet. I don't know. Abe's like, only 500? We can do better. Is it time for Gollum? I think you guys just earned Gollum. I did. I lowered it. I had the stretch goal at 35, and I said no. I said, you know what? Let's just hit 3,000, and I'll give you Gollum. 100% feeds account as Borg. Yeah. There's something wrong. The record of total members is like.
All right, this is gonna take a long time.
The record of gifted members in a day is 673. 673. So. It's fine. We don't need to break any records. You guys, I believe, let me refresh the back end here. I believe you guys have just secured every incentive this month. I believe we have. Because you are now at 2907. My 100 members seals it. It takes us to 3,000. It does. I'll give you guys 10 more minutes and we're going to go to gameplay. Where's Javier Cotto? He's not going to like being pushed around like this. No. Javier has done. He's done his part this month. He has. You must really want to play Gollum. Listen, I don't like having a goal that's just like so far out there we like never hit it. The point of the goal is to like hit it and have some fun, not be like, yeah, sorry guys, King Kong 3,500. No, we'll just do King Kong for next month's stretch goal. We'll just do King Kong for next month's stretch goal. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah, King Kong for 3,500. I'll just change the imagery. We'll change the imagery on this. We'll keep it at 3,500, and we'll just update that for next month. Yeah. This was my point. But you need to sell this. How a question from a writer's room became a stream. Yo, I am Melee says, bro, we're not going to sit at 500. And he rolls it up to 501. Thank you so much for doing that. Right, so the point that Eugene is making in our members-only Discord is, so a lot of you right now are a member, okay? $5 a month has been gifted to you, so you get access to all of the members' content. Every day we do a members debrief. Every Friday night I do a member stream with my wife. But if you become a Reforge writer, that's the final segment every day where we write up the next show. And Eugene is a VIP, so he gets access to everything. But he had access to the writer's room, and he and some others, he had the idea, and then some others actually helped formulate everything you saw today. These images that I used, these games that I used throughout the monologue, this was thanks to the Reforge writers. How about a writer's room membership goal? I have so many people that have been paying memberships for years and years and years. I just don't know if they realize we're offering that. And a lot of them can't come to writer's room. It's later in the day. So they're like, I don't really have any incentive to do it. But if you're around and you want to be a part of the whole day, like the stream, the premiere, the debrief, and the writer's room, that's 4 segments every day. The first 2 segments every day are always free, the show and the premiere. Or sometimes we do 2 live shows. Like today we're doing 2 live shows instead of a show and an upload. So the first 2 segments every day are free. It's like, yeah, it's either a show or an upload or a show and a show. So, and then the 2 next segments are for members or higher tier members. So the members only debrief is for all members. The end of the day is a brand new thing that we added a couple of weeks ago. It's called the Writer's Room. And it's been really, really fun. We really enjoy it. It's a blast.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, and then we do VIP. I don't focus that much on VIP. VIP's currently in like the 250s, I think. I think that command is wrong. VIP is a thing on Friday that we do that, and again, VIPs get access to everything and they get an extra room in the Discord and all that. It's great for the West Coast audience. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and if a bunch of people upgrade to VIP, yeah, then Creature and I will play a game on like a Friday. That's something fun that we'll do for the VIPs. We've done that once already. We played Returnal together, and that was really fun. He says, plus we talk crap and listen to Creature talk crap about all y'all. Yeah. Hear my producer talk about what he really thinks of you guys. We need an Among Us Cutthroat Friday with Lono Creature and all the bigs. Yeah, I think the problem with that would be is that Friday afternoon stream, people are still at work. Friday night would be better for that. And, you know, I don't know if I want to do that. See you later. Be back. All right, I'll see you tonight. Easy, Evan. Thank you. Writer's Room was an excellent idea. It's my new favorite segment. Thank you, P. Dudley. I appreciate that. Creature swears more than Bad Santa. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. We all know Creature would ban every single one of us. Probably. Can't afford Creature playing Among Us. That's good. That's good.
For fuck's sake, defend yourself.
What is this? Oh, so this is... He revealed in a tweet that outlets had nonetheless been asking him for Starfield PS5 codes. Shout out to the small handful of reviewers who requested a PS5 code unironically. I may not have responded, but just know that you made me laugh. That's such a non-starter. They were probably small outlets that just typed it by default. Like, that's not anything. Like I said, there were no respectable, reputable outlets that did that. There just weren't. You know what I mean? We had 500 members. I need to take more calls during the stream. That's right. That's right. Okay. All right, everybody take a break from gifting. I'm going to quickly go use the restroom, and then in about 5 minutes, we're going to be going to gameplay. You owe Shooter Forever an apology. It did happen. Come on. There's no reason to make that a part of any story. That a couple of outlets were like, can we get a PS5 code? Come on. How do we know it wasn't literally an accident? That they just have that as like a default form or email that they send, right? When you request a review code, you put your region and you put your platform preference. Man, some of these outlets are probably like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and they're hitting every single, PR person or touch point person for codes. There were people that were asking for PS5 codes. Yeah. Because what? They were salty or they actually thought they were going to get one? Come on. That's stupid and we all know it. That's not a story. Okay. I'll be right back.
all-night.
Gentlemen extraordinaire, Yorinobu Arasaka confirmed that his sis, Tanaka,
Recorded. And so I was like, you have to listen to this. And so, because I read it to her and she was here and she like loved it. And so she's like reading it. She's like, Happy Pig Day. Oh, a single from Dan. Thank you so much, Dan. All right, here's what we got to do.
This is rot. I've heard enough.
Let me set up redirect.
Most of our people have already crossed. They'll
Okay,
wait for us
redirect
at
is
the
set
gate.
up.
Our souvenirs from Makoshi?
If
Turn
we
on
so
my
much as
PlayStation.
approached the gates with tech like that, they would wipe us out without warning. We've checked. Arasaka has people at every border crossing. But we know a road less traveled.
Arasaka. Deja vu.
Did I say something wrong?
I've
She
seen
might
vids on
be
YouTube already comparing Series X.
Arasaka
It's identical to PS5.
Think you know how to
Yeah,
edit
I am gonna continually choose to buy games on the PS5 because of the two controller thing that you can
it. Something
do.
different now.
What dual sense are
Gotta
you
be.
using? This one. Because that means my wife and I could do. There's a funny piece of content we might start doing on a regular basis where we play a game and we're each
There's one
playing.
thing I will
You can
discuss.
control one character with
What's
two
that?
controllers. It's really funny. And so I'm gonna prefer buying games on my PlayStation 5. It's where I'm building my digital library, right? It's where I primarily play.
You'll understand once you've
I
read
was
it.
considering buying the game on Series X because I actually thought Alan Wake 2 might run better on the Series X because of their history with Xbox, and that's why I was looking for that. What happened with Lone Wolf? Oh, that wasn't our Lone Wolf. That was
Pure
somebody
fucking
else.
chaos.
And so
I have no doubt.
we.
Doesn't matter. Can be a good life. I can
I'm moving through like the menu here to get started. English subtitles, performance mode. Okay. So that's what sparked today's conversation. Was like I was trying to get a breakdown because I was like I was like I bet you this thing runs better on Series X. I was like it wouldn't surprise
hear
me.
you, Jude. How's
And
things?
that wasn't the case. So, all right, let me get set up here.
Come on, Mitch.
we
You weren't
need
nearly
that.
that confident after Makoshi. None of us were. He was in bed for weeks, a vegetable. It would have been the end of him if not for his synapses.
Cool.
Toughened.
We got
made
sound.
almost fry-proof in Panzer's back in the war.
Did save everyone.
All right, no, we don't need music.
Teddy Saul's not with us. Or Teddy.
Can you refresh this?
Or Bobby. Or Scorpion.
How's Callisto Protocol? Is it
Kicked
worth
your ass
playing?
out of whack after
I've heard that it's
Panzer.
better.
Then how dare
I've heard
you
that it's better.
impute?
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna provide you guys with a link in just a second in the chat. And we're gonna head over to gameplay of Alan Wake. It would be amazing if we could get 500 likes on this video before we leave. When we get over to the new video, be sure to smash like when we get over there. The first 100 likes is like super helpful to the video, especially because I bring a bunch of people with me that I play Alan Wake 1. No, I didn't get a chance to go back and play it. I've been playing Spider-Man 2, and I had to rush. I wanted to get Phantom Liberty completed before Alan Wake 2 came out, so
Okay.
that was also taking up my time. All right, let's get the gameplay featured on the channel. So if redirect doesn't work or the link doesn't work, the link should work just fine. But if any of that doesn't work, it will be the featured video on the channel, okay? All right, there's the link in chat. I'm going to send a tweet as well as put an announcement in the Discord. We don't...
Hey,
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here, shall we?
Hey, how are things? Is everything arranged?
Everything's almost set.
So you found it? Where we thought it would be?
All plans laid into place.
They are indeed. Come see us when you're done. We'll talk about the who, what, and how.
I get what you're saying, but that's like
But
that's
see-
like you
see-
just
see-
being
see,
like,
here-
oh, I
here-
don't like
here's the
how
thing.
music
Here's
is
the
right
thing.
now.
I actually like, personally, and I've talked about this, I actually like that TikTok is driving some artists that make, you know, mainstream and pop music to like actually be more conscious of how catchy their music is, because they know that if they do come up with a really catchy part, that it can go viral on TikTok. I actually like that about TikTok. But the thing is that shouldn't leave you in a position as an artist where you're like, yeah, let's just have a random fucking intro and then interrupt it and then throw a part about your pussy in there that the kids will like, and then yeah, that's not a fucking song. That's being lazy. That's being lazy. You can write an entire song around the whole my pussy part if you want, but like actually make it a fucking song around or about that, and then have that be the thing instead of just having like consciously throwing a 20-second clip in your track that you know the kids on TikTok are gonna latch onto. That's just lazy.
But like Drake just released an album 9 months ago, and you even said like, oh, I'm surprised he came out with it this quick.
Yeah.
So he's putting shit out. Wouldn't anyone rather who likes music rather like one of the biggest artists constantly be putting stuff out instead of what Kendrick does?
Listen, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said I was surprised. That's all.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I think people would
Are we all
rather
set?
hearing more from someone than hearing less from someone.
Hey,
And if
listen,
that means-
the more Drake puts out music, the more reviews I do, the more talks with you that I do. I get to have nice conversations. So the more Drake puts out, the better,
This
in my
is your
opinion.
big new beginning. So you have to start it
Jesus
like
Christ! I mean, dude. First of all, guys, anyone who's sitting here saying this is a debate, whatever, there's no winning this debate. There's nothing me or anyone can say that he's gonna be like, dude, you know what? Oh my God, fuck, Drake is the best. That's not gonna happen, bro. All I can do is try to pick your brain and understand why you have this opinion about Drake, and I just want to like go like, is the reason because you love music so much that you see this guy's one of the best and he doesn't care the way like other musicians who you review and you listen to care? Could that be part of it?
No, I would like Drake to care in his own Drakey kind of way, you know, because
No, what does
again,
that
like
mean?
I
What does
said
that mean?
earlier, you know, I think he's put out great singles and great records in the past where he has so obviously cared about like how the chorus sounds, about the message that he's putting across, about whether or not there are some standout lyrics that you want to repeat with him, you know, some bars or verses that everybody like remembers. There are points where in his career I think he has like genuinely cared about making like a really good quality standout song that is going to stick with people. And I just don't think that moment was this album. I think he's like made some background music here, and I think he's better than this. When I say I want a better Drake, when I say I want a better record from Drake, I don't mean that he needs to go on the album like Kendrick and, you know, just be like, look at all I done for you, look at all I done for you, and, you know, just like rap super deep fucking shit. No, I'm happy with Drake being in his feelings. I'm happy with Drake sort of just, you know, rapping catchy stuff, just, you know, going from 0 to 100 real quick, and, you know, YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. I'm fine with all that stuff. All that stuff is catchy. You know, but the thing is, like, I don't find anything about Falling Back catchy. I don't find anything about Currents with the fucking squeaky bed bullshit catchy. It's just annoying.
Oh, nice blinding sunlight.
So you
Can't see a
find
goddamn thing.
0 songs.
Beautiful.
Less than half the songs catchy.
On this, I find a couple. I think Sticky is great. I think the closer with 21 Savage is great. I think the beats on Keeper and Massive are very good. Pretty much everything else is a snooze, especially Liability. It's just a bad slow motion Drake song.
Nothing left to say.
Guys, listen to me. I know you've been listening to this whole time, Chad. I want you to really pay attention to this right now. This is an amazing album. Okay? It's not just okay. It's not
I didn't
just
say it was
good.
standout, but now you're saying it's amazing. What is
It's
it?
amazing.
Pick a struggle.
And the reason it's amazing is not just because of the songs are good, whatever. The reason it is amazing is because look what's happening, bro. I don't know if you guys go on the fucking. I know this guy goes on the internet. Everyone is talking about this.
Okay.
That is the pure genius of Drake. Say whatever you want to say, talk whatever shit you want to say. he is the most streamed artist, bro.
Okay.
He is, dude, for a reason.
Okay.
Because everyone is gonna listen to it, whether you hate it or you love it, or you, oh my God, I gotta see what people are talking about. No other artist can do this, bro. They can't do it. And guess what happens? People get salty. People like this dude and other people get salty. They're like, why? Why Drake? Why? Dude, sometimes there's no reason, dude.
No,
It's
wait,
just, dude,
time
it's
out.
Drake,
Don't
bro.
put words in my mouth. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking like, why is Drake so popular? I know why Drake is popular.
What
I
the
know why Drake is
fuck?
popular. Drake, especially this record.
Is that
This album
space?
Is very inoffensive. It's very easy to listen to. It's very.
Am I above the
like you
earth?
said,
Am I at the edge of the
finding
earth?
truck
Flat Earth
context.
theory confirmed.
Anybody who's everybody can relate to it because everybody has an ex that they miss. Drake is genuinely like a very appealing kind of, usually like kind of charismatic, magnetic figure. I understand why Drake is popular. I just don't think he makes. I just think sometimes, especially in this case, he doesn't make very good tracks.
People
Sorry, what was the last thing you
need to
said?
hate. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with, I mean, listen, you get to a point, like, it's like, people are just gonna hate on you, bro. It's like,
Okay.
it's upsetting, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it. People fucking wish I was dead. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, when people hate on you, like, what do you think about those people? I just want to, your opinion.
It's just like background noise at this point. I mean, I've heard everything.
So, maybe, I don't know, bro.
I'm sure Drake's heard everything at this point too.
Well,
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I guess.
great,
And what do you think? And let's get a little.
We're going home.
But I don't know how much time you have, but I just want to, because last time you got a little, psychological here. I
Yeah,
want to
we
hear your
did.
take on this.
Are you trying to get psychological now?
I want to get a little psychological because I've been drinking a little bit. I can think
You
deep
need a
right
therapy
now.
session?
No. Your opinion on this, right?
Okay.
What does all those comments, and you see the type of comments that Drake gets, and you fucking, I mean, you're, a lot of them some of them stem from you making a video like this or whatever. But my
Woo,
point
the
is this,
star. Let's
those
go.
comments that Drake sees, right? How do you think that affects him making music?
I think it depends on the era of Drake that we're talking about because, you were referencing some of those, Drake the kind of guy memes earlier. And I think there was a point in time where they did very obviously get to him and the fact that he wasn't taken very seriously as a hip-hop artist because he wasn't hard, and he wasn't this, and he wasn't that. I think all of that definitely got to him. And, I don't know exactly when personally, he kind of turned, but I think he reached a point where he just didn't really give a fuck anymore because he doesn't have to, like obviously like the numbers and the streams cannot be competed with. And he doesn't need to kind of twist himself into lyrical pretzels to impress anybody or prove that he's like at the top of the game. I think, there was definitely a point earlier in his career where those comments hurt him. I don't know if they have too much of an effect on him anymore. I think he's probably got other things to worry and think about. I mean, I can't imagine there's anything on the internet about him that's new. I certainly haven't seen anything on the internet about him that's new. When I see people making fun of Drake, it's like the same shit I've seen since like 2015. You know what I mean?
So I guess my follow-up to that is, do you think that, in your honest opinion, do you think that you personally will hear a Drake album, a new Drake album?
Essentially, rogue storyline ending that we get at the end of the game. Now, the only way to get the Sun ending is to complete Rogue's storyline. Now, I have a video, and the link is going to be at the top right of this video on how to start the full storyline for Rogue and the 2 missions that you need. But the 2 missions that you will complete to get this ending is Blistering Love and Chipping In. Once you have completed those 2 quests, it will open up that ending choice in OP55N1 right here. So after you have completed Rogue's storyline, you want to go do your OP55N1 and then go through all that dialogue until you get back on the rooftop with Johnny to make that decision. So I am going to be cutting out all of the dialogue and the cutscenes so I don't spoil anything for you. But once you get through this mission all the way to where Johnny's on the roof, we are going to have a dialogue choice. So the dialogue choice that you have to pick here is think you and Rogue should go. Now this is going to open up the Sun ending for you, but this is not going to give you the complete ending. There is one more dialogue choice that we will make and I will show you in the end of this video. But this first one is crucial to open up that ending. Once you have done this, you are going to get some rogue quests. They're not too hard. I'm going to cut all those out so I don't spoil it for you, but you're just going to run through those quests until we get to this next area. And just to clarify that real quick, you will not get that dialogue choice unless you have completed the rogue storyline. The next thing you need to do is take this pill and that will start it up. So once you go through those missions of the end game, we are going to come to Adam Smasher. We're going to go ahead and kill him. Once you kill him is where you're going to go through.
Funny. He's talking about avoiding spoilers and then he uses the Adam Smasher, the final boss. Well, I guess it's kind of obvious. I don't know.
Red door. It's going to look like this. It will be in the same room. Once you go through that door is where we start the cutscenes and the dialogue choice for the second dialogue choice. And once again, I'm just cutting all this out because I really don't want to spoil it for anybody. This ending, in my opinion, is one of the best. But once you do get to this area of the cutscene, you will be looking at your V. Once you do that, you need to do going with Alt, you live on. That is the Sun ending, and that is the dialogue choice that you have to pick. If you click not ready to die yet, that is going to screw up the Sun ending and you will not get it. So what you need to do is go ahead and take that top option, and then the next thing you need to do is...
Oh, that was the ending that got Johnny mad at me. Okay, I know how to get it.
That will be, in your opinion, you know, good. In your standards. Again.
Yeah, I think Drake has the means and the potential to make a new record that I could enjoy, and is generally better than what he's putting out now. But I don't think there's a lot of pressure for him to do so, because like you said, you know, the music industry is in a position where, you know, he can throw a 20-second clip into a fucking song that's not really connected to the rest of the track, and it'll go crazy on TikTok, you know? I think the music industry isn't really at a point where Drake is really punished for coming out with mediocre music, because, you know, it doesn't bear out in the streams, because everybody wants to hear it, because, oh, everybody's gonna hear it, so we're curious about what it is because we want to have a conversation about it. We want to be in the middle of the polarization and the controversy and the stirring of the pot around whatever the fuck Drake does. It's kind of like a really weird, and it's difficult to describe, because, you know, I think culturally in the music industry, this is the first time we've ever reached this point, because of the internet, because of social media, because of streaming. But like, Drake is an anomaly in that he's the only artist, and maybe people like Kanye come close, to where whenever he puts something out, it makes this insane feedback loop of conversation where it's like everyone engages in it not for the quality or the content of the music, but because they know there's going to be a conversation going on. So it's like everybody dives in because everybody's going to be talking about it and everybody's going to be listening to it. It's going to be this universal experience that we all need to, you know, kind of have a collective, you know, experience over, even if that experience isn't altogether good. Because, you know, humans are a social species. And, you know, we are searching for things that we can all kind of collectively experience to kind of gauge each other's experiences off of that. That's just kind of normal behavior. It's just the internet and music and streaming and algorithms have kind of like, you know, I think kind of siphoned that natural process into a series of bastardized, capitalized interactions that, you know, people who own these platforms make money off of, while we're just kind of, you know, running around like with chickens that have their heads cut off.
That's you know, that's an interesting way to look at it. I personally, like, listen, I think about, I feel like I think about shit that oh, wait, hold on, I got a question in my chat. I just need to throw it out there to you real quick before I say anything. And I've been drinking, by the way. If anyone's like, "Oh, dude, what's wrong with this guy?" I didn't know I was gonna stream tonight. Okay. I got one.
I DM'd him out of the blue, and I said I DM'd him and I said, "Hey, the review's going."
No, but I was already drinking.
I know you were. I'm just telling everybody how this started.
But listen, someone in my chat goes, ask Fantano how he feels about Logic saying he wanted to murder him. I actually want your opinion. I just saw that. I saw those lyrics.
I think it's weird. It's weird. I just review music. There's no reason to want to murder me.
But you know him because you talked to him and shit.
Yeah, I've had conversations with him, like, you know, a couple of conversations on the phone where he was talking to me about the way my reviews had sort of made him think about his music, and I, you know, essentially said to him, like, my opinion doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm just giving my opinion on music. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You are a multi-millionaire rapper with tons of fans who's toured the world and has had tons of songs that are very popular that, you know, no matter how much content I put out, more people are going to know his most popular songs than are ever going to know or, you know, have heard my voice or whatever. Like, what I say shouldn't have that deep of an impact on you and what you do. You're just doing what you do, and that's it.
But
I mean,
the
that's
thing is,
what I communicated.
this is, hold on. This is interesting because you're a review, like you review songs, but you also are on the internet and have people who could like not fuck with you. Like, so you actually can see both sides of, like, you see like an artist and like a review. Like, you see both sides, right? So you know, like, if there's somebody actively trying to make you look bad or like whatever on the internet, like, you're gonna feel some type of way about them. The murder is, that's insane to say murder, but like you get the gist of it. Like, so I kind of, in a weird way, like, I kind of see what Logic's saying when he gets like mad and he's like, because he's like, dude, he probably like was a fan of you, and then he's like, you know what I mean? Because he, you know, he likes the internet and he streams, whatever. He sees you shit on him. He's like, dude, fuck you, bro. Like, I don't know.
I guess here's the point that I want to illustrate, essentially, and I get why artists have a hard time doing this because they put themselves into their music, you know. So when you critique their music, they feel like you are critiquing them. Some of them can, you know. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't. What I say about your music, and I keep it to the music. I don't come into my reviews and say, Drake's a fucking loser, he's a fucking prick, he's an idiot. I don't come into my reviews and say Logic's a piece of shit, he's, you know, I don't come up with a bunch of biracial, you know, whatever about fucking memes about Logic in all my reviews. You know, when I come on there, it's about the record, and it's not personal. It's not personal because it couldn't possibly be personal because I don't even fucking know Drake. I don't even know anything about that man on a personal level. I'm just talking about the man's music. I may not like it, and there are records of Logic's that I reviewed very negatively before I ever had a conversation with him. That, again, it's not personal because I don't know you. I don't know you personally, and even still at this point, I've never hung out with Logic, you know, and whenever we've talked, it's mostly been about just, you know, again, this topic.
I get it, but I'm saying, like, you know what, like, the comments are going to be bad when you're, I mean, you're people like you.
Yeah, but the thing is, generally the commenters, because they're fucking anonymous and they're commenters, they're the ones that take it too fucking far. You know, because they don't have anything of substance to say a lot of the times, and, you know, they're just like coming on there to attack the artist and make a joke at somebody's expense so they can feel better about themselves. And, you know, that's them and that's their problem, and that's just kind of what comments generally are.
Yeah, no, I see that. I mean, listen, dude, I don't know. I don't know how this even turned into this. I literally
you said you wanted to go on a deep psychological dive, so.
I mean, well, I guess, did you even really answer, like, do you think there will be a day, like, honestly, that you'll listen to a Drake album and be like, dude, I like this?
Again, I think Drake can, but there's no.
Get the fuck out of my face, bitch.
For Drake to do it. Honestly, like
your answer is no. You're saying that the best of Drake is behind him.
Yeah, I think so, but mostly because, like, listen, the best moments in most discographies from a lot of artists occur when there's like pressure. Pressure makes fucking diamonds. Maybe not in all cases, but the thing is like generally, I think that's true. On Drake right now, I think there's no pressure. I don't think there's any pressure on Drake. Who's pressuring Drake to do what? What is Drake's feeling the pressure from right now? He has no competition. There's no trends or whatever. Like every single thing that he does seems to spur off into some. There's no trend he needs to follow in order to stay relevant. There's literally no pressure on the man.
So how does someone like that, who's so huge, he's so big, how can somebody like that even do what you're saying you want them to do? Like, how would they even get to that point, bro?
How does Drake get to that point?
Yeah, like anybody,
Well, I
really.
mean, Drake has made, great records, and Drake.
I know what he's done, but I'm saying
Drake,
in the
for the most
future.
part, listen, the whole like first half of Drake's discography changed the face of modern hip hop. Like, I mean, pretty much every rapper that comes out is also expected to be a singer now. That's because of Drake.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this it used to be back during the bling era when I was, growing up and listening to hip hop in college, when everybody was like, oh, I got this, I got that, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's because of Drake that narrative has kind of shifted into, like, oh, I have all these things, but it's also because I have a hole inside me. And I'm also missing my ex, and so on and so forth. There's so many things that Drake has changed to where, like, so many people out there sound like a Drake clone these days, because he's just kind of like set the table that everybody is eating at. And because everybody is following him, and you hear his sound and you hear his fingerprint pretty much all over the mainstream of hip hop, like, he's kind of untankable. Until I think one day Drake will be irrelevant, but it's going to take it's going to take another generation of musical listeners to come in and just be like,
one day Drake will what?
One day I think Drake will be irrelevant, because nobody stays relevant forever, but that's going to happen probably at the hand of a new generation coming in and saying, we don't like this, we reject this, we want to hear a new thing, and that's it. We want our own artist that represents our generation at the top of everything, and that's who we want to hear, and that's who we want to see reflected. Because you have to kind of consider, like, Drake is getting to an age, like, yeah, he does make relatable music, but, like, Zoomers are getting to the point, and alphas will get to a point where they don't relate to this man. He's going to be in his fucking 40s and 50s singing over whatever fucking beat that he wants to about how his ex doesn't talk to him anymore. And, some 14-year-old kid is going to want to fucking listen to that. They're going to want to listen to somebody who is their own age telling some story that they relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but the thing is,
Now, pull over.
I don't think there's like an age with Drake's music that you need to be able to relate to him. That's just my opinion. I think like a kid in high school could listen to Drake, and it's not about his age. It's about like the situation. But anyway, listen.
Biggest rate of your life?
I don't think we're gonna reach any type of like agreement or anything.
I want to say that agreeing with you isn't necessarily the point for me. I just come on here because I love your energy, and I have a good time talking to you. So
we might not agree on Drake, but I always it's always a pleasure. I gotta go to sleep, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the East Coast.
You go to sleep.
Yeah, man.
All right.
But I'm gonna watch this shit on YouTube. I gotta read the comments on this. So
yeah, it'll be up tomorrow.
All right, man. Listen. Until next time, bro.
Yeah, next time.
Dude, people are such haters. Someone just said the way Los vibe to a song is weird as hell. Like, do you even understand the level of hatred that is? You're mad at the way I vibe to a song. That's like next level, bro. That's like.
Hello?
Have you been living since
I don't think that's really
our
hating.
last
That's just funny.
discussion?
Well, you see, I got a mustache, so must be doing pretty good.
Wait, that's new.
I don't think I had it last time.
Listen, I just watched your review.
Wait. I have some questions. I know you just watched my review. Okay, you can
Okay,
do your little,
okay, yeah, go ahead.
You can do your little intro. I just want to ask you some questions before we actually like start debating everything.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so, all right, here's some preliminary questions. Just to sort of like I want to get your sense. I actually didn't watch you reacting to the review, so I did that last time. I didn't want to do that this time because I just wanted to kind of get, you know, I wanted to hear your thoughts in real time. So I wanted to know. So where do you feel like this record for you? Where does it rank in Drake's overall discography? Is it like one of his best records? Is it like top 3, top 5?
3-0.
Like where do you feel like it sits for you in terms of like all of his other records?
I think. I think as far as like the albums where he's basically just rapping for the most part. Like if you're reading This Is Too Late, What a Time, those. I mean, I got this above What a Time to Be Alive right now.
Okay.
I got this above that. I don't know if as in all his albums, that's like an impossible. That's like an impossible. Where do you rank it?
I mean, I don't rank it low. I think it's pretty good in his overall discography. You know, I would say it's around in sort of like a Take Care ballpark. You know, but like you say, it's kind of a different. It's for way different reasons than I like Take Care. You know what I mean? It's you kind of have, as you kind of already said, you almost have to kind of rank it along the same lines that you would What a Time to Be Alive. And yeah, I kind of almost like it a little more than that. Even though I maybe rated them on the same plane, it is a longer and a bigger and a more robust record. There's a lot more going on in it. What a Time to Be Alive does have some bangers, but it's kind of a shorter project. This one has a lot more going for it as far as like, you know, all, you know, overall like runtime and material.
So if that's the case, and you have it like with Take Care and what it's or did you say if you're reading this too late?
I like it less than that, but I you know, I still enjoy it. Hold on, I have a couple more just like quick questions.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. Let me hold on 1 second. I need to get a notepad real quick. I'm gonna forget this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you have a favorite track and a least favorite track?
You know what? I really like. I can't decide that. I really can't pick it. But one track that I saw you didn't like, Hours in Silence. That's one of my favorites. So that's where we're gonna, you know, that's.
Okay. We can get into that. And do you? So do you? Have you memorized a melody from the album? Just one, a single one.
Several.
Okay, several. Nice.
Several.
Nice.
Several.
And would you say? Okay, and here's two more questions. Mm-hmm. Have you taken this album on a Drake and Drive yet? Has this album been on a Drake and Drive?
It's been on a few.
Okay, all right.
It's been on a few already.
How do you feel like this record compares with other Drake and Drives?
And matter of fact, because as you know, I was in Paris. This was actually this was a Drake in flight.
Whoa! It went on the plane. It was on a plane. Wow. Okay, so.
And anyone who's flown and listened to music knows.
Wow.
Shit hits different in midair, bro.
Right. Absolutely.
It hits different in midair. So, but yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, last question before you tear into me. In our little dynamic that we have going on, who do you feel like is Drake and who do you feel like is 21 Savage?
Hey, Wayland, you hear?
Listen.
What?
That's an impossible.
It's a serious. No, it's not. It's a serious question. Who do you feel like? Who is Drake and who is 21 Savage between the both of us?
Listen, dude.
What?
Drake and 21 Savage work together, bro.
Okay, we're working together.
I'm coming out of here.
We've done more collabs than Drake and 21 Savage. Like I think we'd answer this question. Or leave it up to Chad.
Yeah, but not on purpose, though.
Not on purpose.
Started off.
I literally scheduled this into my fucking calendar. It couldn't be more on purpose.
No, listen. Now I get it, cause I need But I'm saying when it happened, I was very angry, bro. I'm still angry because I'm like, dude, what the fuck does Drake have to do?
What? Wait, who is Drake though? Who is Drake? I want to know who's Drake. We cannot. we cannot continue until we finish this question. Who's Drake? Who's 21?
Dude, obviously you're 21 in this.
Oh,
scenario.
okay.
Obviously you're 21 in this scenario.
Obviously.
Like it's not. No, you know, I'll be 21, bro. Fine, you can have it, cause I think you like love Drake, bro.
You know, listen. I would give.
I'll be
I
at
would give you
21.
Drake aesthetically. I think aesthetically you're Drake at 21. But I feel like on a core level,
21.
I'm Drake because I'm a Scorpio. I'm more sensitive than you. I'm more sensitive. I'm a more sensitive boy. And I don't have a third one.
Before we actually even talk about the album, listen, to be honest,
The atrium.
What?
I didn't appreciate
Just a month ago, I met
the
with Mitch
words that you
Clarkson.
had for Drake. This happened like a couple months ago, maybe. I didn't appreciate it.
Do you mean with the DMs thing?
Yeah, where you forged DMs.
Yeah.
And made people believe that Drake was sending you cookie recipes in the wee hours of the morning.
Well, I didn't appreciate what he said to me. He rated my existence a light 1. He brought up for some reason the race of a partner, and then rated me a light 1 again. And I thought that was kind of mean and a gross thing to do and say in the middle of the night on a Wednesday.
So what's meaner? Doing like an inside joke with you.
There was no joke. That was not a joke. There was not inside. It was not an
There
inside.
was no inside joke there.
That was just him being overtly bitter.
Dude, I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that, bro. And I don't know. And then, but listen, answer this though. What's meaner, that, or literally making up an insane, like?
What I did was literally an inside joke, because nobody who has this working up here would actually think that Drake sent me a cookie recipe. I created an inside joke between me and him. Because
hey, guess what?
Because
Me and my brother were sitting there. He's like, "Yo, dude, Drake sent Fantana a cookie recipe."
You literally are obsessed with Drake. What makes you think, with everything that you know about Drake, that he's sending anybody a cookie recipe
the thing is,
at midnight on a Wednesday?
Here's the thing. I'm not obsessed with Drake.
But the thing is, you know enough about Drake through his music and his persona to know that is not within his character.
How am I gonna know what you're doing? First of all, Drake's done funny shit. I don't know. Maybe he did that. I don't know.
No, he would never do that. He would never send me, of all people, a cookie recipe in the middle of the fucking night.
Dude, obviously now that you've been exposed, we know this. We know this, okay? But pre your exposure, there were people running around. There were major news outlets running this story. Oh, Drake hit up his greatest hater and gave him a vegan cookie recipe. So stop this. Stop this nonsense, bro. You know what the...
Bro.
It was a fucking shit post. Why nobody should have taken it seriously. There was nothing to take seriously. Like, Drake would never send anybody a fucking cookie recipe. I guarantee it.
Something on your mind?
Ever think back about why we did it?
Did what?
Why we took on the
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Drake's not even a vegan. Like, why would he send anybody a fucking vegan cookie recipe?
You know what? You seem to know more about Drake, because I don't know if he's vegan or not. How do you know this?
I don't... Because people who are usually vegan are loud and annoying about it.
Oh, man. You know? So... So, yeah, I didn't appreciate that.
Okay.
But it's fine. I think... Whatever. So onto the. Unless you have more, I want to get to this review.
I don't have anything else to say. I think we have a good Drake and 21 Savage like rapport going, and I'm just happy about it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
And I think your beard looks good, per usual.
Okay. I appreciate that. The mustache is on point.
Thank you.
But listen though, for real. see, as a Drake fan, right? Like I enjoy Drake's music.
Right.
How the
I'm
fuck did you get in
talking
there?
to Ops right now, bro. You're in opposition, bro.
You are, but I feel like on this album we should be less ops. Like you enjoy Rich Flex, right?
But I'm saying you did this to yourself. I didn't do this to you.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen, we both enjoy Rich Flex. Los, can't you do something for me?
No,
Talk to the ops next for me. Come on.
No, stop trying to recreate what happened with the Fletcher thing. Stop trying to recreate.
Come on.
No, we're not.
Wait, here's a question. Here's a question about that track. Do you feel like, do you identify or do you agree with do you think the memes about that track? Do you feel like Drake got a little too buttery on that part of the song?
Dude, absolutely not.
I actually
so
agree.
Funny.
I actually like that part of the song. I like it.
Yeah, like, bro, it's just so like people have run out of things to say about Drake, so now they just make up a thing that he's like being fruity. When it's like anyone else could do that and it's not fruity. Like, oh, Chad, it's so zesty, right? Why did no one say that when we listened to the album? But you went on TikTok and some dude made a weird edit. And I love these guys. They think they're making fun of Drake, but in reality, they set up a camera and they're in the room twerking on the camera. You're a grown man. But you're making fun of Drake, though, right? But yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
It is. I think the memes are funny, but I do legitimately enjoy that part of the song, and I do think it's a fun. I do think it's a fun part. I like that part.
I love the opening. I love the opening. Yeah.
Opening's great. I like the beat switches. I like Drake and 21 Savage. I think they bring good chemistry off the bat. Yeah, I think it's a great start to the record. I'm glad you would enjoy it. You enjoy it too. That track is hard. Major Distribution is hard. Did you like OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah, OBS is really
fun. And I like too, because we just skipped over Major Distribution. I like Major Distribution because it did one of those things where you think it's going to be a certain type of song, but then it switches, and they did this a few times.
Yeah.
Which I like that because nothing was really predictable in the album.
Yeah, there were some pretty good intros, and like what you said on that track, it has like that kind of big, illustrious, pretty intro, and it's really extravagant, and then it just kind of goes into that low-key trap thing right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some cool switches and stuff. What did you think of? So here's a question: like 3 a.m. on Glenwood, when 21 Savage is kind of like doing his Drake thing. He's like doing a Drake. What did you think of that track? When like 21 Savage is like, I'm just basically going to do a Drake diary type track.
Good shit, Wyvern.
See how it kind of pans out. Like, what did you think of that?
See, I like 21 Savage a lot.
Yeah.
And I saw what you said about it, how it sounded kind of goofy. I think you just thought it sounded goofy because it's like he's not usually like that. He's just talking about like murdering and shit.
A little bit. I think vocally he just sounded a little out of his element. Because 21 Savage is not the most expressive guy, and I feel like that song kind of requires that kind of Drake level of moodiness,
I'm not gonna lie, that beat when it came on, I was like wishing it was a Drake song.
It kind of is, but but just 21 Savage doing it.
But it's just 21 Savage. Yeah, but I like it, and I like 21 Savage. This might be like an unpopular opinion, but I like his album. I forget which one what it's called. Oh, Issa. I like that. Even though people kind of shit on that, I actually like some of those songs, and he has songs kind of like that on there. But anyway.
Yeah. All right. So listen. We like the first 3 tracks. Right after that is Back Outside Boys. I like that track. The solo Drake track. I think that one's a solid one. And it's got a little Yachty in the background, kind of going crazy a little bit. I think that one is a solid one. For me, where the record starts to fall apart is I think Privileged Rappers. Now, did you fuck with that track?
Wait, I need to hear the intro to this one so I remember.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, Los. Do your thing.
Dude, let's have sex in a bank, dude. That's one of my favorite songs in the album.
Yeah, that shit's kind of fire.
What are you talking about?
I listened to the
I
listened to the what is it? The what remix is it? Fuck. I listened to what's that pet game? It's like a Nintendo game. It's like a Nintendo game song remix. some
thing
like
about that track
Pets,
for me, and this is
Pet
where it gets so
Island or
funny.
something.
This is where a little bit vocally, I think Drake starts to get back into, I'm kind of emotionally checked out Drake, which I have not liked very much from his past couple of records. On the first 4 tracks, I think he sounds way more animated, way more in your face, way more like he's hungry, and he's like here to mess things up. And on Privileged Rappers, I think he kind of tones it down a little bit.
Well, it's a different kind of vibe. I mean, he's literally saying, "Let's have sex in a bank." So this is more of like he's not trying to like.
He's talking about everything at the
I
same
don't know.
time.
It's-
You don't get it,
it's-
Fantano. It's an everything song.
It's just a different vibe of the song. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's more low key. I mean, I don't think the track is awful.
Well, listen, I've heard. Hold on, wait. I'm not gonna skip past these subtle little jabs at Drake.
I'm not. You don't have to skip anything. You know, we can keep talking about the track. I'm trying to move on to the next track.
No. This is the thing.
Yeah, what?
I've heard you say this many times about. He's like, he's being lazy, or he's like,
Yeah,
he's
go,
like
dig
checked
in.
out or
Go
whatever.
crazy. Go.
But like, how, bro? How do you know how he's mentally feeling about a song?
It's not about him how he mentally feels. I could just hear in his voice, he does not sound as animated or as engaged on the song as he does on the past 4 songs, and that's all I'm saying.
All right, so let me ask you this, because you love Kendrick Lamar so much.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You just love this guy. He can do
I-
no wrong, right?
No, he can do wrong. I've rated some of his albums kind of, some of his records kind of mid. Damn, I don't really like Damn all that much. I think it's
See,
pretty
that
good,
doesn't
but
even make sense, because that's probably his best.
I
One
know
of his best.
you would think that's his best record, but whatever.
Dude, that's fine. That's fine. We can get into this. That's fine. Whatever. When Kendrick changes his voice and has 17 different voices,
Yeah.
that's fine, right? That's okay.
On some tracks it can get.
Drake switches his voice a little bit, and now Drake is mentally checked out, and he's all these things. Do you see a little bit of little bias here? Little bit of it's not making a lot of sense, bro. You know what I mean? I want to hear your answer to this one.
Well, no, it's, especially since I'm not saying that is the case across the board on the entire record. I'm like literally singling this one track out as kind of having this
Oh
issue,
no,
whatever,
that's
so
fine though.
far.
But I'm saying I've heard you say this on other albums and
Okay.
other songs.
And
so that's what I'm
clearly,
saying.
and clearly, I'm not just applying that criticism across the board, because I think there's actually, that one track does stick out to me in that way, but the vast majority of the tracks here, I don't think that's the case. In fact, I think the next couple of tracks, the weak, obviously Hours in Silence I'm not crazy about, but Spin About You, for example, I think 21 Savage is kind of the weak link on that track, because that's when we kind of start getting into more kind of like low-key, moody, like, Drake kind of territory, where I don't think 21 Savage makes as much sense. I think 21 Savage makes sense on the cold-blooded shit. I think that's where he's like in his element. But on a track like Spin About You, I think he sounds a little like a fish out of water.
So you think Spin About You could have just been like a Drake solo?
Maybe.
Or Drake with someone else or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I can kind of see that. But again though, Spin About You, I really liked it. The hook, like I really.
Let me make sure I'm making the right decision. Just double check.
Not get it. And the dialogue choice for the second dialogue choice. And once again, I'm just cutting all this at. If you click Not Ready to Die Yet, that is going to screw up the Sun ending and you will not get it. So what you need to do is go ahead and take that top option, and then the next thing you need to do is walk across the bridge, which I will show you right now. So the third B's body ending. Once you do that, Afterlife.
Nice.
I really like that song. I don't know though.
Let's get into the tracks we disagree the most about. What the hell do you like? So this is where I feel pretty strong. What the fuck do you like so much about Hours in Silence?
Dude, just the part where he's like, I gotta turn my bitch up, that shit just makes it a good ass song right there. It doesn't matter what happens the rest of the 5 minutes, bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
So that one thing can happen and the rest of the song can just be trash, but it's amazing?
Well, no, I was saying if it is trash, but the rest of the song isn't trash, you just weren't listening, bro.
Dude,
You weren't listening.
The 21 Savage sung portion is bad. It's not good.
Well, that's
singing.
the first like minute. Like, let's talk about
no,
the last.
that's like in the middle. That's like in the middle. And then the thing is, like after that, you have that boring long Drake sung Odyssey that goes nowhere and takes up most of the fucking song. Like
Wait,
that could have lasted a minute and it would have been fine. But instead, it like goes on forever.
Okay, but if that was The Weeknd though, you'd be like, oh my god, dude, he's so like, he's tapping into some shit we've never heard before. But because it's Drake, it's, oh dude, what is this? It didn't go anywhere, bro. This is like ridiculous. The dude's pouring his heart out. And this is what you're saying, bro.
He's pouring his heart out?
Did you even listen to the words, bro? I swear to God, I feel like people don't even listen to this.
There are parts on the record where I think Drake is pouring his heart out. I think on the last track, he's pouring his heart out. I think he's getting pretty raw and emotional and personal. I think on, even though there is kind of that Serena bar that I think is a little bitter, I think on Middle of the Ocean, he's pouring his heart out. You know, he's doing diary Drake. He's doing personal, you know, sort of like check-in mentally Drake. I think he's really kind of pouring his heart out on those tracks. To me, the vocals and the delivery on the whole back end of Hours in Silence just felt like just boring. Just felt soulless.
Yeah, I did see you on Twitter trying to get some Meg Thee Stallion fans and Serena Williams fans. I saw that, dude.
Oh, you saw that? You saw me trying to get their fans, trying to get their fans.
Very clever, dude. You're not fooling me.
I don't think
Twitter. You're
Serena
not fooling me,
Williams fans give a shit about me.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Whatever. But like, listen, the Meg Thee Stallion line, that wasn't even a Meg Thee Stallion line. That could be applied.
Don't. Okay, no, wait a second.
It's like a double,
wait 1 second. Wait one
What do you
fucking second.
mean?
You're gonna convince me that earlier that like,
What?
everybody thought that cookie recipe was real. Everybody thought it was report on major news outlets. But you're gonna fucking tell me right now it's like, no, that's not what he meant. He wasn't actually referencing the one rapper that everyone knows is being named Stallion.
Well,
he's not doing that. He's not doing that. That's just a misconception.
Are we not gonna talk about the facts here? That it was basically proven that she actually never got shot. Are we not?
Okay, wait, time. That's now you're actually saying he meant to say it. So did he mean to reference her, or?
No, I'm saying that you could apply it to that, but it's like a triple entendre.
Okay, so wait a second. It's a triple entendre.
It's a triple, bro.
Okay, so we know the first meaning would be the literal thing that he's saying. The second meaning would be the Megan Thee Stallion reference. What would the third meaning be if it's a triple entendre?
Because I don't know what you mean. What you think the first one is? I don't.
Do you know what the word triple means? It means three.
No, I
so
know,
it's like we need three things.
I understand that, but I'm saying, what did you just say? The first one is what?
The first one would be to read the lyrics that he said and take them literally. Because
and what does that mean? And what does that mean? What does it mean?
The one was getting shots, as in like to drink.
Okay.
Fine.
When you look,
so you just
Damn,
take
this is nice.
Okay.
So that would be the first meaning. The second meaning would be the connection to Megan. What would the third one be if it's a triple entendre?
The third one would be people, girls lying about getting like Botox and shit. That's what the third one would be.
Oh, okay, okay.
She's lying about it. It's a triple, bro. It's a triple. I've read the lyrics front to back twice, bro.
Okay.
It's a triple. Now listen. We're not gonna get into the legality of this shit. I can pull up court documents. We could make this a 4-hour stream.
I'm not debating with you about whether or not Megan Thee Stallion got shot. That's not what I'm debating with you about.
Yeah, but you seem very bothered by it. So I was like,
wait, you brought it up first.
No, because I saw your tweet. Or like you retweeted or something.
Okay.
And I thought that was really like, dude, why?
Well, yeah, I just think it's, well, obviously, look, let's come on, let's not be stupid. Obviously, it's meant to reference Megan Thee Stallion. Like, obviously, it can have the surface level meaning about the butt shots and everything. Like, fine, but like, come on, like, she's still a stallion. She lied about getting shots. Come on, dude.
I mean, someone is very upset in my chat saying you don't review Tory Lanez albums. Is this why?
I have reviewed Tory Lanez albums. I mean, they're not very good. And I didn't really, and see, here's the thing. I didn't really review Tory's music like that before the Megan Thee Stallion thing. So it's not like the shooting thing happened and then I stopped reviewing him altogether. I just didn't really think he was that interesting of an artist to begin with.
You know what? That's really crazy, but you somehow have this thing against Nav. You despise Nav, but you review all his shit. But Tory Lanez,
I think Nav,
who's better, Tory Lanez or Nav?
Tori, I think is see. Here's the difference between Tori and Nav for me. Tori is kind of bad in a very unspecial, generic way that you can't really put your finger on. You know,
Wait.
it's like no. Let me finish. In sort of like a non-specific, generic way, to where he doesn't really have a specific sound or vibe. Like, you could put a gun to my head and I could not tell you what the fuck a Tory Lane song sounds like, because a Tory Lane song doesn't fucking sound like anything. Like Nav, for example, though, Nav is kind of uniquely especially bad, and I could actually pick Nav out of a crowd pretty quickly, because he does have sort of like a very unique delivery and vocal tone, and everything.
You know what? I'm not even gonna argue, because we're talking about Drake here, and Drake is obviously on a different level. But I like Tory's music. I don't know what happened, but and I also like Nav's music.
Okay.
And I understand. Oh, it's like I'm saying these things, and now people in the comments are gonna be, "Oh, dude, yeah, well, explains a lot, bro. You like Nav, haha." That's fine, dude. But Nav gets very fucking deep. He gets very deep. It's very. You gotta look
What's the
within when you
deepest
listen
thing Nav has ever said?
Dude, the intro to his last album, he said, "I got me." He can count on himself. Like, that's some deep shit, bro.
That's it? I just asked you what this man's deepest bar is, and you said he's got himself? Is the deepest thing that...
Dude,
is the deepest thing this man's ever said?
It's not the deepest. I would have to really sit here and think about that, but I'm just throwing something out there, bro. All right? Because at the end of the... Dude, I can see your camera, bro.
Yeah, I know you can. I literally turned my video on. I know you can fucking see me. I know you're seeing...
Good.
I want you to see my expression and see that I am looking at you and thinking you are being ridiculous right now. That is what I want.
All right, you know what? Let's move past this.
Do you want me to turn my camera off so that you cannot see how I'm reacting to you?
You know what? No. Go ahead. Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so we've talked about Hours in Silence. What my next least favorite track on the record? What did you think of Circo Loco? And we don't need to get back into the
fuck.
mega
I'm in
because honestly,
space.
I feel like there's so many things about the track that suck that have nothing to do.
I'm
with
at the
fucking
moon. What the fuck is this?
I think that
I'm in an Arasaka spaceship.
when I think I like this song, and I think it's cool to and people might disagree with this because whatever, but I even like the Drake song Staying Alive shit. I just like when an artist, not just Drake, but someone does like a version of an old like hit song. Even if you're like, oh dude, it didn't sound as good, like I don't think anything will sound as good as the original like hit song, but like just doing that is just cool. So I'm not gonna shit on it because I want like more of those, to chat. That's not a sample, bro. It's called, what is it called? Like, music shit. It's like a.
Okay, so if you what happens in the instrumental would be a sample.
That's a sample. I'm talking about him singing.
And what Drake is doing, singing it and working it into the track, is an interpolation.
Okay, yeah, that's what the word is.
Although it is kind of, it's kind of a unique. Usually an interpolation melodically is employed over an entirely different kind of track and that sort of thing. Whereas with this, he's actually literally singing the melody to that original song over the sample that it was literally meant to be over. I mean, I guess it technically counts, but it's a little bit different because, he's literally reminding people of the song in two ways: of the way the sample is kind of running in the background, and with him like literally singing the chorus melody over the top of it on the track too. So, I wouldn't say it's a cover, but it's like his own little revision in a way.
Which, like I said, I like when artists do that, so I'm not going to hate on it for someone attempting that.
Okay, well, I can do that because I don't think it's done very well.
Are you gonna make it?
And I mean, just as kind of like a baseline, I feel like the preeminent, like hip hop Daft Punk crossover, has got to be Kanye. Obviously, Flashing Lights, that sort of thing. Not Flashing Lights. What fucking track is it? Off of Graduation. It's fucking escaping me right now. It's gonna pop up in chat in a second.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, stronger. I can't believe.
Yeah,
it.
stronger.
That-
But
That was
yeah,
one
I mean,
of my-
I feel like what Kanye does with the Daft Punk sample on Stronger is so much more creative and in depth, and he like really kind of chops it up in an interesting way. Whereas like Drake is just kind of like letting that.
That was a weird ending.
And then at some point,
Fuck is he
he's
gonna
just kind of,
do?
like half-heartedly singing the chorus, and it's like whatever, you know. Like I don't really feel like it's an exciting version. I feel like if you're gonna touch a song like that, you should kind of give it your all, you know.
I get what you're saying. I think maybe when Kanye did that, it was more a big deal. And I feel like now there's just a lot of older songs that are just coming back into new songs that it's not like a, you know, that wasn't like a big deal to Drake. That's not like a big. I get what you're saying. You're like, oh, treat it like a big deal, but it just.
Terry Eurodyne.
You know.
You shouldn't do it.
Oh, Takamura is the only one I gotta do left. Let's see how to get the devil ending.
Hello everyone, in this video I am covering another missable trophy and achievement in Cyberpunk. There are many missable trophy and achievements and I do cover them all for you, and I'll put them all in a separate playlist. There's a link down in my video description for those that don't want to miss anything through one playthrough. This video covers the devil, and this is one of the ending trophy and achievements that you get. The requirements take place before the ending though, so I'll cover that in this video. Please be sure to hit like and share if this is helpful, and subscribe to me if you're new to the channel and want to see more content. So the mission that you want to look out for is right near the end of the game, and it is called Search and Destroy. This is a short mission, and near the start you're going to fall through the floor before you are tasked to exit the building. There is a hidden objective here though, and that is to save Takamura. If you simply exit the building, you will still be able to choose the devil ending later, but Takamura will not be there and this trophy and achievement will not unlock. At that point, you would have to start the game again in order to redo this mission and get this trophy or achievement. So to save having to do that, once you fall through the floor and are tasked to leave the building, head back upstairs instead to save Takamura. To do this, once you stand up, head straight forward until you see this blue cross on the wall, and there's a hole in the wall on the left. Crouch and go through this hole and take care of the enemies. You then need to find these steps and ignore the yellow marker and head upstairs. Johnny will argue with you and there will be more enemies, but you will then get the optional objective to save Takamura. You can now follow this marker to Takamura's way and don't rush it. Once you get to the main door, you'll collapse, and as long as you see Takamura at this point, you have done the requirements needed for this trophy and achievement, and you can no longer miss it. At the end of the game, you'll have different endings to choose from, and one of them is the devil ending, as I mentioned earlier. By saving Takamura here and choosing the devil ending at the end, you'll get this trophy or achievement. There are multiple endings to choose from, but don't worry, because after every ending you go back to a save before the last mission and can check out more endings. And this is it for the video. Again, if this has been helpful, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and go and check out my video description below to find more Cyberpunk the Scream Trust.
Wait, what?
For the rest of this video, I'm going to leave in the dialogue and the cutscene that's going to happen right in So the only way you can get this achievement slash trophy and the ending for this is if you have... And once you're in the rooftop with Johnny in the mission OP55N1, we need to click the dialogue choice that you trust the Arakawa, and then that way that will open up that ending where we... Empty rooms to the right. And once you're in the rooftop with Johnny in the mission OP55N1, we need to click the dialogue choice that you trust the Arakawa.
Let me see something. If I do remember saving Takamura. I know he's alive. Save file not found. Oh, oh, delete. Okay. I don't want to lose my point of no return save. There we go. Let me check my missions list. I know for sure I helped save Takamura. Oh, fuck. What was the name of that mission? Ah, it's too much. I have 200 missions to look through. I do have the option available, so I think I did save him. I did everything possible. Get the fuck out of my way, man. What are you doing?
This is like the worst version of like an older song that I've heard. Is what Jack Harlow did. Where it was like basically
with like the Fergie track and yeah, no, that was pretty awful. Yeah, that was pretty.
It was basically just the Fergie track with him saying a word in between.
Yeah, and wasn't that also the track where he rapped about his semen?
Listen, first sign of trouble in Delta.
An official IDF guy, whatever, they literally just drew it, like on a map. Like there's no connection between intel and this. Is Hamas stationed there? Maybe. But that doesn't mean they're not just making this up. They literally keep saying, we'll show you after the invasion. Yeah, and they cut comms. They cut telephone lines. So now they get to send their soldiers in through the north. They get to wipe out Gaza. And who's to second guess them? Who's to second guess them? The number of UN staff killed in Gaza has increased to 53 after 14 lost their lives in the past 24 hours. Jesus Christ. Like it's like a horror show on the world stage. We have lost touch with our colleagues in Gaza. I'm extremely concerned about their safety. Another night of unspeakable horror for 1 million children in Gaza. All humanitarians and the children and families they serve must be protected. We have lost touch with our staff in Gaza, with health facilities, health workers. Like it's dark. It's dark. The whole Gaza Strip is just dark now. Anything could be happening right now at this moment.
I warned you.
And the Western world permits this. The Western world allows this to happen. The journalists are too cowardly to call out the people doing the killing. You know, even this language sanitizes the involvement of Israel. We have lost touch with our colleagues in Gaza. No, Israel cut contact. It didn't just happen. Gaza has lost contact with the outside world amid reports of intensified bombardment. Why are they not naming?
It's gotta work. We breached the tower. Oh, great, you checking out again?
Gaza is under intense bombing. Telecommunications have been cut out. Who did it? Who did the bombing? Who did the telecommunications cutting? Like, it's insane. Absolutely psychotic. Like we were literally like sleepwalk. Well, like the dust is going to settle. The cell blockage is going to be cleared, and it's going to be like the IDF. Unironically, the IDF is going to be like, oh yeah, sorry, Hamas killed 1,000 UN workers, Red Cross workers, journalists, and everyone else. We tried to stop them. Hamas are barbaric. And then we're like, and then literally like, and then there's going to be like a giant pile of dead Westerners, like stacked in a corner, all of which are riddled with like IDF munitions. And all the journalists who go there after the dust is settled are going to go there, look at that, and then be too scared to comment on it. Like the blatant fucking evil on display here is insane. Absolutely insane. You know, it really calls to question. People are like, oh, do you condemn Hamas? I don't fucking care. Do you condemn Israel? Do you condemn any of this? Because this isn't just like the normal opinion for a Western leader or journalist, is to just be passively accepting to openly endorsing all of this. Like to find people endorsing Hamas, you either have to go to certain Arab groups in the Middle East, who also really fucking hate Israel. If you're in the West, you have to find like what? Some lunatic student groups and a few YouTubers. But who endorses the slaughter of significantly more Palestinians and Western journalists, humanitarian aid workers? Well, that's like everyone. Everyone's fine with that, actually. Everyone's totally fine with that. It's genuinely it is insane. It's actually insane. And you know what? I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull this one for sure. I am. You know, I think that like this is like a moral high ground that we can no longer hold with regards to Ukraine, Russia. Okay, fully support Ukraine, fully support the Palestinians. But what Israel is doing and poising to do right now, genuinely, is like as bad as the more monstrous reports of what Russia has done. Like what is happening here is so egregiously fucking blatant. And what's more, Russia is much more reserved when it comes to killing our people, because Russia understands, as much as they posture, if they started just randomly like fucking killing Westerners, you know, like deliberately targeting UN workers or aid workers or whatever, like full on, just flat out, just like going after them, you know? First of all, the West would condemn it, unlike what they're doing here in Israel. But second of all, Russia is fully aware of the fact that, you know, as much as they like to play the bad guy, there are limits to what they can get away with. Like, they threaten to nuke the world every other day, but they're aware of the fact that, you know, it would actually be pretty bad for them if they started, like, pushing that line too hard. It'd actually be pretty rough, you know? That's a tough line to walk. Israel does not give a shit. Israel is fully of the impression they can kill as many fucking people as they want. Palestinians, Westerners, they do not give a shit. Any number of people, because we won't call them on their bluff. Even though Israel is entirely propped up by the West, a British territory cleared, genocided of Palestinians for their benefit, stocked, armed, funded, defended, protected at every level by countries that just want to use it as an extended military base and a wedge in Middle Eastern politics. And they are so fucking arrogant. They are so arrogant. They have deluded themselves into believing that because they have, you know, fuck the Iron Dome. The real wall of protection they've built for themselves is American complacency. That's the real fucking Iron Dome, you know? What does Iron Dome do? Shoots down little bottle rockets or whatever? America shields them from the international consequences of their behavior. And we've been doing it for decades. And this is what we get. This is what we get. The Hitler particles, they concentrate and they build and they build and they build and they build and they build. And then you get shit like this. Where's that clip? Where's that fucking clip? Give me the clip. I say to myself, because I have the clip. But I have many tabs. Here we go.
I just want to ask you then about something else he said in his speech, which is about the collective punishment, as he put it, of the Palestinian people. And I want to talk about that in the context of the blockade and keeping fuel out of Gaza. I just wonder if you think that that is really necessary.
You know, I'm very puzzled by the constant concern which the world and also Britain, I must say, Mark, is showing for the Palestinian people. And is
right off the bat, we're going to break this down bit by bit. I am concerned by the support the world is showing for the Palestinian people. Not Hamas, Palestinian people. Said right there, former UN rep, Israel's permanent rep to the UN, from, I think, like 2000 to 2008, I think.
Actually showing for these horrible, inhuman animals who have done the worst atrocities that this century has seen.
And
the
then,
worst atrocities that Jews...
without ever mentioning Hamas, goes right from Palestinian people to animals. That's it. UN rep. Guys, this guy isn't just a Netanyahu supporter. This was the guy, they were like, oh, he's reasonable and diplomatic enough. We'll make him a UN diplomat. This isn't just like some random fucking IDF-loving Israeli politician. These are the people they send to message out to us.
Have suffered since the Holocaust. I mean, you know, when the United States reacted to 9/11, I don't remember people shedding tears for the Taliban or Al-Qaeda. your country, Mark, actually Britain.
What happened after 9/11? Hey, what foreign policy did America engage in after 9/11 that people permitted at the time because of a sort of collective dehumanization of the ethnic and religious groups? Not even the ethnic and religious groups, okay? Fucking Osama bin Laden was from the House of Saud. He's fucking Saudi Arabia. It's like invade Iraq. Like what? And so what happened? What happened afterwards? What happened afterwards? Did anything bad happen?
Actually joined them and even sent your royals to fight in Afghanistan. When the Ukrainians reacted to Russia's invasion, I don't remember people worrying about the poor Russian soldiers and whether they had enough food. All of a sudden, when it comes to Israel, everybody is becoming a great humanitarian, totally, forgetting what happened 2.5 weeks ago.
You might notice here that he is using the word humanitarian as a slur. Like, seriously, that's how he's using it. He's using it contemptuously. Like, oh, look at everyone in the West becoming humanitarian now that we're bombing Gaza. Like he is speaking with the sort of unfiltered evil and contempt of like a classic Bond villain. Like this is genuinely the level of evil that it kind of defies. Okay, you know how every once in a while you see a clip from like Iranian state TV or like the Kremlin, and you see like a Russian official say something so stupidly monstrous that it's like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like how are they getting away with that? Okay, the difference is that Russia and Iran are on bad terms with the West. Israel is an American ally. This shit is coming from people who are not only sort of tolerant of us. We don't just have like a, because like Saudi Arabia, we're not like allies with Saudi Arabia. It's more like, we need our oil, it's not good, but it's not like we like each other. With Israel, there's this like pretense of mutual love and collaboration that's persisted for decades. And this is still the rhetoric we're getting. This is still the level we're on. It's worse than you think. Like, I was gonna make this a separate segment, but I'm not even going to. I'm just gonna add it in here, okay? Yeah, okay. Have any of you guys seen on Twitter this trend of Israeli TikTokers who are doing makeup challenges where they make themselves look like Palestinians who have been shot or bombed? And it's like, haha, look at these stupid fakers or whatever. I don't know how common it is exactly, but it's common enough to explain what we're about to look at. A conspiracy theory in Israel is that the Palestinians are faking it. It's basically like the exact same thing as, I'm trying to think of something so evil that it's comparable. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I'm kind of coming up on a blank a little bit here. Sorry. Yeah, the joke is like, the idea that a lot of Israeli people seem to have is that the Palestinian people are like, they have the same attitude towards the Palestinian people that extremely racist white guys had towards black slaves 200 years ago, where they thought that like slaves were living on the white man's patronage and they were living like lives of whimsy and carefree lack of responsibility because, oh, they have to do some work but they get free accommodations and blah blah blah. It's literally like the minstrel show idea of what slavery was, where it's like, oh yeah, what do slaves do? Well, they like fuck each other, they go around the plantation, it's beautiful out, and they like eat watermelons or whatever. Yeah, fucking yeah, haha. That it's literally that attitude towards the Palestinians, where it's like the Palestinians get everything from us. We give them their food, we give them their water, we give them their power, and they just sit there in the Gaza Strip and fire rockets at us. And now they're pretending that we're killing their civilians, when in reality the IDF is engaging in incredibly targeted airstrikes against Hamas bases. I'm not even going to show the fucking TikTok. I have it here. It's literally like Israeli women, and they're painting themselves up like there's been a bomb that's gone off in front of them, and they're doing like over-exaggerated crying motions where they're pretending to be effectively like Sandy Hook. It's like, that's it. It's like the Sandy Hook people. Yeah. Imagine if like there was a group of women who really liked Alex Jones, and they were like, hey, Sandy Hook kid challenge, and they take their kid and they're like, here, we're gonna make you look like one of those crisis actors. And they like make it so they have a fake bullet hole in their head with like red makeup or something, and the kid like pantomimes like being dead or something. That's what is happening. And anyway, the reason I'm saying all of this is because this isn't just some errant offhand, like, cracknut Israeli conspiracy theory. This conspiracy theory was posted by the @Israel Twitter account.
But if it helps you calm down, does anyone else have tremors?
They've since deleted it, but that doesn't undo it. Fake news alert. The devil works hard, but Gaza's film industry
My hands are fine.
works harder. Meet Saleh, terrorism supporter, singer, and actor. You may have seen Saleh a lot recently because he has miraculously been everywhere. Where have you seen this rhetoric before? Here's a video of Saleh celebrating Hamas rocket launch at Israel. I'm not even going for this.
Just tired.
Here's another video of this star on his deathbed a couple days later after an alleged airstrike. Notice anything strange about the machines behind him? Most of the machines are disconnected, and the ones which are have fake stats. So,
Enough.
that's the @Israel Twitter account,
Once Yuri
and
has
that is just Sandy Hook rhetoric. Literally. It's like, look at, here's my evidence that there are crisis actors. I saw a video of this dad whose kid was killed at Sandy Hook. But look, 2 years later at this other thing, here's a guy who looks kind of the same. Those two photos weren't even the same person? No. No, they weren't. But, like, yeah, obviously. Israel has been engaging in this protracted propaganda campaign directed mostly at us. If you take a look at the @Israel Twitter account, it's almost entirely dedicated to, like, God, these, like, didn't I reply to one of these? Let me find it. It's just incomprehensibly evil. Let me find that one. Just let me find it. Oh yeah, here we go. This one's an immediate banger, okay? From the @Israel Twitter account. They who must be named. Hamas equals ISIS. And it's Voldemort, it's an AI image of Voldemort shocked to tears as he sees what Hamas has done to Israel. That's the level we're on at the moment. I think they did one with Thanos as well, where it was like, let me see if I can find it on their account. Where it's like, yeah, right after killing half of all living beings in the universe, he saw what Hamas did in Israel.
Probably won't get another.
I can't find it. Fuck. Whatever.
Don't play
Voldemort would be 100% pro IDF here. Yeah, of course, obviously. Though J.K. Rowling is like a massive Zionist because she's generally evil. So, like, obviously, yeah, that tracks. The ISIS leaders view Hamas as inevitable enemy. Yeah, no, Hamas is not the only okay, like all of the propaganda shit that they're posting, all the like the lines, the shit they're going for, all the rhetoric that they're employing are meant for Americans. People pointed this out, you know? Like the Israel account posted this as well. Some of you have a short memory, we don't. 07/10/2023, which in America, this is July 10th, 2023, not October 7th, 2023, which is weird because if you take a look at all the shit they've been posting, of which there's plenty of corpses, so I can't just scroll through it, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, it's miserable. Like, the clear effort here is to try, like, desperately try to keep Americans believing that it's anti-Semitic to criticize Israel. And the reason they're doing that is because they're aware of the fact that the only reason Israel can get away with this is because the Western governments back them. If Western governments failed to support this, just flatly called them out, and the politicians knew they could do that without incurring, like, the wrath of their voters or whatever, it would be over for Israel. It would be over. Because, again, they're nothing without us. Nothing. They're nothing without us. We could do anything at all to stop them. We have all the power in this situation. We're the United States of America. It's insane.
Before we interrupt this board meeting, we must do
I guess I to run flat on just ways to repeat over and over how evil this all is. It's just frustrating to see this all play out in real time, you know, sleepwalking towards oblivion. The most obvious genocide ever is happening. Like, the most objective fucking genocide imaginable is taking place. It's so clear and obvious and transparent. And it's just, we just march towards it, you know? And this is, you know who else is going to suffer? There are two primary groups that are suffering from this. The first is, of course, the Palestinians. The second is global Jews. Because what Israel is doing here is massively anti-Semitic. Israel is screaming from the top of its lungs, as loud as it can, "We are Jews. Jews are us. Everything we do is what Jews do. Criticizing us is criticizing Jews." And a consequence of that, and Israel being massively fucking evil, is a huge backlash against Jewish groups across the world. Already hate crimes have risen. People have doubted this. Why would you? Obviously hate crimes have risen against Jewish people. Israel is doing monstrous shit and screaming from the top of their lungs, "Hey, by the way, we, the representative of all Jews in the world, are the ones responsible for this." Jews are going to suffer massively from this. Globally, it's going to be really, 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 really bad. And Jews already suffer from hate crimes enough. They don't need the help. It's miserable. This is why it's especially important for us Jews to speak out against this. Yes, I fully agree. And to the credit of the American Jewish community, they have protests from American Jews against what has been going on in Gaza have been, well, certainly louder than they were in previous years. I remember seeing, was it at a was it in a
Takamura, I'm ready to get you your trophy. My trophy.
There's also not enough Jews calling out Israel, though. It's not the responsibility of Jews to call out Israel. It's everyone's responsibility. Don't put that burden on them. That's the problem. Ah, yes, here we go. Grand Central Station in New York, which, as we all know, is the real Israel.
Why?
Quite a lot of people. You know, I will say there is some good news, and it's that I don't think Israel's propaganda is working that well. If you take a look at Twitter, Hitlerville, not great. If you take a look at Twitter, basically every post from Israel and from Netanyahu is getting ratioed. The protests against what Israel is doing have been quite a bit larger this time than they were in previous years. It's still not, like, enough, not even close. But I think that Israel is going to lose the propaganda war here. I don't think they're going to be able to. Keep in mind, they've already killed dozens of humanitarian aid workers.
Get the
and
fuck out of here.
Journalists. I think that, like, they're so indiscriminate here. I don't know if they can escape the consequences of their barbarism. It sucks that celebrities are retarded, though. Well, a lot of celebrities are very wealthy and sheltered, and a lot of them are Jewish, because, you know, Hollywood does have a lot of Jewish people in it. And very much like with Scientology, there has been a protracted effort by Zionist groups to kind of groom celebrities into a pro-Israeli position. Because, like, celebrities don't give a shit. They're, like, super wealthy, they're detached from reality, whatever. But much in the same way that Scientology does, it's like, oh, if we want to promote our cause, like, one of the best ways to do that is to get celebrities on your, you know, on your side. And bring them over. I'm an ex-Scientologist and it's rough. Jesus. Is the term Zionist appropriate to use in mixed company or public? I don't know. I personally do not think that we should cede the term Zionist entirely to the anti-Semites. I think that if your criticisms are principled, listen, Israel has made itself easier to criticize now than it ever has been in all of its history, save for perhaps the Nakba, all the way back when it was formed. If you say, I am an anti-Zionist, and then you say, hey, you know, because of all the genocide they're doing over there, I think that's a very defensible position.
Man, he's thick.
Is any of this funny? Oh yeah, I saw Amy Schumer has been, like, insane about this, but nobody liked Amy Schumer to begin with, so it's fine. Israeli propaganda is seems to be very successful here in Germany. Yeah, well, you guys are so apologetic. Yeah, unfortunately, because like a significant number of Nazis are going to benefit optics-wise from this because they're going to disingenuously frame their anti-Semitism as pro-Palestinian sentiment. Jackson Hinkle, I think, is the #1 most viewed account on Twitter right now, though I think a lot of that is bot spam. The pattern of his growth certainly seems to be bot spam. So that's going to be a big boost for them as well. By the way, if you're ever arguing with a Nazi who thinks that like the left is controlled by Jews or whatever, like the left and cultural Bolshevism and like all the shit we do, can you ask them why it is then that the left is like uniformly anti-Israel? Like, how does that track? Because that's like the main conspiracy theory that Nazis have about leftists, that leftism and progressivism and liberalism are all Jewish conspiracy theories to weaken the West by introducing degeneracy into our culture. So why is it then that left-leaning people, basically completely uniformly, with very few exceptions, are rabidly anti-Israel? You know, how does that track? Ask them for me. I'm curious. Please explain why the U.S. and West support Israel so hard. Logical Pretzels, you've been here for multiple such explanations. Can we take a look at Fetterman flushing his career down the toilet? Yeah, Fetterman seems to be a really fucking big Zionist. Which is weird, but like, okay. I guess he's not cool anymore. He's been like really posting about it. Yeah, somebody spray painted Free Palestine on a high school wall. And Fetterman said, this is reprehensible. The only thing that belongs on a wall right now is this. And it's like the kidnapped Israelis in Gaza or whatever. Which, fuck off. He's got this on his wall? This is fucking stupid. You've seen people being like, bro, why are you tearing down these kidnapped Israeli people posters in your college campus in fucking Michigan? Like, why'd you put these up? What, you think Hamas is a tunnel that leads all the way over to here? Like, why'd you put these up? And the reason they put these up is, of course, propaganda. In reality, you know, we could have 100 times as many posters for all of the dead Palestinians. Except, wait, because Gaza is a fucking prison camp, we don't have photos of all of them. There were people who were born, lived, and died in Gaza who will never have a photo taken of them because the shithole they were confined to by Israel is so fucking low-tech compared to the state oppressing them that we don't even have full documentation of their existence. We couldn't even provide photos of everyone who was killed.
Good shit.
They also put these up so they can film people tearing them down. Yeah, it's just a propaganda game. It's just a propaganda game. Sickening. Sickeningly evil. This is insane. The Israeli right is currently trying to pass a law that will authorize the police to shoot Israeli protesters of the war. Is that true?
Oh, there's the stairs.
Breaking news here. The police promote live shooting against roadblocks and troublemakers. This is Google Translate, by the way. So, in the evening news at Con 11, it was reported the police are promoting the move out of fear that during a war, Arabs in Israel will block IDF convoys. Ah, yes, there are a good number of Arabs in Israel, and I guess they're like, ah, well, we should be able to kill them too, because what a genocide has to involve purging all the Arabs within our borders, not just the ones.
Do we have somebody else with us?
The Gaza Strip. Of course, of course.
2067.
The police and the Ministry of National Security want to allow the use of live fire against rioters who block roads during an emergency. This is in preparation for the possibility of a campaign in which Arab Israelis will block roads for IDF convoys to pass through, and is a lesson from the Guardian of the Walls. Hey, remember when Tiananmen Square became like a decades-long symbol of Chinese authoritarian repression from like blocking military movement, and now Israel's like, yeah, what if we could just kill people who are in front of our tanks? This was from before the attack.
They really
Oh,
shouldn't
right,
increase the level cap
This is
so you
before
can max out all trees and do New Game Plus. Just go fucking wild.
Well, they've only requested, it hasn't actually been granted.
Guards are taken care of.
most capable men guard it. You know what to do.
Get ready. You're government input. As if they were gonna make this easy.
I wonder why Fetterman is such a massive Zionist. Book a $250,000 from pro-Israel special interests, according to OpenSea.
Adam Smasher. I fucking knew it. Try some. I know.
Did you talk about the brand new ethnic cleansing plan from an Israeli think tank written by a leader of Netanyahu's party? Israeli think tank lays out a blueprint for the complete ethnic cleansing of Gaza.
Oh shit, I'm out of ammo.
Netanyahu
Let's try this.
promoting the unique. Oh yeah, I did see this. They were like, they are promoting the quote unique and rare opportunity end quote for the quote relocation and
God
final
damn it.
settlement of the entire Gaza population.
Can I craft
I
ammo?
really appreciate their inclusion of the term final, as if this couldn't all get obvious and blatant enough. Essentially what they're saying is, wow, since we conveniently had an excuse with Hamas like provoking us and all, what if we just like, you know, took the opportunity and cleansed it all, you know? Just,
No,
let's
crafting is
yeah,
unavailable.
let's just put forward a solution that is final to our Gaza problem, you know, our Palestinian question, one might say.
Where is he? Alright, let's get for a melee
And the
fight.
moral high ground of the West, which never really existed, of course, but the immediately perceptible moral high ground of the West over a country like, say, Russia, just no longer exists. The plans that Israel has designed for the Gaza Strip are more monstrous than anything Russia would do in Ukraine, purely because it would be really stupid for Russia to just annex and then literally kill everyone there or send them through. Like, we're talking about levels of blatant and monstrous. I guess, like, there's not even any abstraction to it. At least Russian propaganda outlets have the decency to lie about this shit, you know? Like, you look at what Russia's saying and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we're protecting people in the Donbass from ethnic cleansing. Oh, 3-day special military operation. Oh, we're trying to denazify Ukraine. And then with Israel, they're just like, all right, lads. Actually, there are Hamas bases underneath every hospital and every food center. And also, no power, no communications. We're going to kill 50 million UN fucking foreign aid workers. Let's go, let's go. Oh, also, what if we just killed literally all of you? You know, it's just so fucking blatant. It's so fucking blatant. More labor officers to resign. That's good.
This is a pain. I've forgotten the sensation.
Israel wouldn't threaten to nuke the West, so I think they win the peace awards in a race with Russia. Fucking no. First of all, of course they wouldn't threaten to nuke the West. We're the ones backing them. They have threatened to use nuclear weapons before. In fact, Israel nearly started a nuclear conflict.
How about that, Johnny?
Was that 1973?
Almost there.
I am as well. Remember, do not harm a hair on his head.
I remember.
I'll go into the details
Privilege
on that later.
is all yours.
Ah.
Speaking of threats, Saudi Arabia is threatening the U.S. because of the invasion. Saudi officials have firmly warned the U.S. in recent days that an Israeli ground incursion into Gaza could be catastrophic for the Middle East. In discussions with their American counterparts, Saudi officials have framed a ground war as a potentially devastating blow to stability in the Middle East. How is that them threatening us? They're correct. Saudi Arabia is correct. We are allowing the Middle East to further destabilize by abetting and enabling what Israel is doing. We are fully morally culpable here, you know? We are completely on the ticket. Search out the Samson Doctrine. It calls for indiscriminate nuking. The Samson option is the name that some military analysts and authors have given to Israel's deterrent strategy of massive retaliation with nuclear weapons as a last resort against a country whose military has invaded and or destroyed much of Israel. Yeah, the basic, the extremely stable, like very normal sort of military strategy there is like, you know, if you try to destroy us, if you destroy our Holy Land, which what they're doing to Gaza is happening right now. They're destroying it fully. But of course, Gaza doesn't have nuclear weapons. Is we'll just like end the war, basically.
Time to look to your problem.
Samson brings the temple down on top of him. Ah, how cute.
Fate is a fickle mistress, isn't she? Say what now? You spend your whole life fighting something, only to become that very thing.
One Biden administration official said it was evident the Saudis did not want an Israeli invasion of Gaza. Well, look, man, it's fucking happening, bro. The ground invasion has started. So, we'll see how it goes, I guess. Cool. What would be your argument to counteract this tweet?
Oh shit. Nice.
Is this a tweet or is this 50 tweets?
Okay, so I got my trophy.
This is 50 tweets. Nope.
I guess I might as well finish the
How would
game.
you counteract it? Say leftist meme and then ignore them.
Mid-air with a revolver. While Berserk Cyberware is active. I can get that. And this. Killer Incapacitate 3. And, oh, I can't get that. I gotta, like, play longer and upgrade my character for that. But I'll get the Berserk one. What about Kerry Eurodyne's storyline?
Oh, there we go.
Whatever. I think I did beat his storyline. It's probably bugged.
Remember when you were making fun of Europe for banning anti-Israel protests and how that doesn't happen in the US? We haven't banned anti-Israel protests. They were engaging in civil disobedience, which led to them being arrested. That was not a law that bans anti-Israel protests.
It worked.
Is there a way that we can help? No. Nothing I'm aware of. I mean, I don't know. There's a million things that you can do, but like most of what you have to do is watch, basically. Stop linking. All right. Now on to maybe less depressing news, if only because fewer people have died. Mass shooting, haha, woo! let's get to the important part, okay? Army reservist killed a bunch of people, and curiously, still at large. You know, normally they shoot themselves or get killed in the standoff, but he's actually still at large. 18 people dead. You know, very rare. But we get these.
Oh shit! I'm a white
mass
guy
shootings
now.
Where they still
What the
running around
fuck?
out there. Now I know you guys are wondering. You're wondering, what's this guy's ideology? You know, what?
I'm probably
ideological
saying my guy.
disposition
I don't know.
Leads someone to. He's a conservative.
Made my V real light skin. He actually looks kind of brown in game
He's a
though.
conservative. Just flat out, just conservative. Every conservative account. Before the info got scrubbed, there was a big, it got taken down. What was it? Did Elon
Space
just
Station?
flat out take down his Twitter to try to cover up for conservatives? Why would his Twitter get taken down? Like he's on the run. Like why? He was an Elon fan as well. I'm almost certain the only reason his account would get taken down is because it implicates conservatives and Elon because he's a fan of Elon.
Meant to pick up the pad, but okay.
I don't know. Like there's Cat Turd, classic. There's Elon Musk, Tesla owner, Silicon Valley, of course. He's just a conservative. He's just like a median conservative. No, Twitter has taken down the accounts of shooters since way before Elon days. Is that true? I don't remember that happening before. At least not under this. Like, you're kind of deleting evidence, right? Like, wouldn't that information be... It is true? Okay. Then I don't recall that, but, you know, it doesn't change the fact that before it got taken down, he conservative, just all conservative.
Ooh,
you know?
jump out.
Median conservative too. I don't even think he was a Nazi or whatever. I think he's just like, this is just what conservatives are like, you know? They just kill lots of people. They love doing that shit. Breaking: World Athletics bans trans biological male athletes from women's sports. There's Wall Street Silver. Jim Jordan B. Peterson. Classic stuff. I think there's a sort of pointed honesty to this as well, because normally mass shooters leave manifestos, but I think at this point just being a conservative is a manifesto. Like, because normally you think like, well, why'd he do this? And I think that if you earnestly believe all the shit conservatives say, that is a manifesto. Like, just being a mainstream median conservative involves believing in so many conspiracies that if you just wrote them all down plainly, literally just watched a week or so of conservative media, wrote down what you got from that, that would just be a normal ass manifesto. You know, you don't have to be exceptional to be a conservative and a mass shooter. Of course, because we don't have a manifesto, my knowledge, I haven't seen one, that also means we don't have a motive. I don't know whether or not there is any specific political motive. This person had mental health issues, pretty significant ones. The only point I think that is worth proving here is that conservatives are mentally ill and unstable, something that I genuinely, truly do believe. They are a threat to society, you know, and it is morally imperative that conservatism as a concept, certainly in its current form, be eradicated from civil discourse, because it makes monsters of men. It's monstrous. You know, I don't know. Who knows what the actual inciting incident could have been? Maybe he, I don't know. He jerked off to some porn, and then he saw the title of the video, and it was like a trans woman or something. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I think that it's probably safe to treat all conservatives, especially people who are really into it, as just kind of mass shooters to be. At the very least, they are, you know, it's like a warning sign that they're showing you. They're alerting you beforehand. Conservative mass shooters are actually unexceptional given their overwhelming representation of domestic terrorists in the USA. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You see, you know, people like give you shit for assuming, but if there's a mass shooting and you assume it's a conservative, that is a statistically defensible assumption to make. You know, obviously that doesn't mean it's the case for sure. I'm just saying, man, they sure are overrepresented. You know, there sure are a lot of them. I wonder why that is.
Jackie.
Next mass shooting, just refer to the shooter as an average conservative. But he is! Literally! That's true, though! That's not even a joke! it literally from his Twitter feed, he was just like a normal conservative. There was nothing exceptional about it. What to know about him? Here, who is the suspect? 40-year-old Robert Card of Bowdoin, Maine. Bowdoin or Bowdoin? Probably Bowdoin. In the attack of Lewiston that left 18 people dead and 13 people injured. Maine State Police say Card is wanted on 8 counts of murder. 10 victims remain unidentified. Okay, well. Still at large, armed and dangerous. Nearly 2 days after the shooting, police have given no indication they have any leads into Card's whereabouts. Phenomenal.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this ending?
Incredible stuff. Having a person mass murder 18 people and then get away with no leads is pretty crazy. It's possible, but still pretty crazy. 2 law enforcement officials told the AP that investigators found a note at a home associated with Card on Thursday that was addressed to his son. The officials described it as a suicide note, but said it didn't provide any specific motive for the shooting. Card's cell phone was also found in the home, and a gun was found in the white Subaru Card abandoned, the officials said. Federal agents were testing the gun to determine if it was used in the shooting and conducting a trace to determine when and where the gun was obtained. They were not authorized to publicly discuss details of the investigation, spoke to the AP on the condition of anonymity.
Really aced it last time,
Okay.
didn't I?
Slow walk.
Card's relatives told federal investigators that he recently discussed hearing voices and became more focused on the bowling alley and bar, officials said.
Testing concluded.
Uh-huh. Interesting guy. Lewiston is the 2nd largest city in Maine with a population of 37,000. What? Maine's 2nd largest city has only 37,000 people in it. Are you kidding me? That was my tiny college town. It's not even a real state. President Biden has ordered all U.S. flags to be flown at half-mast till sunset.
Hey.
Okay.
Sitting on an arm.
You've heard this dude was literally committed for mental issues and was released even though he wanted to stay, right? Is that true? Maine shooting, mental issues. Family of Maine shooting said his mental health had deteriorated rapidly. Many such cases. Oh, give me a video about it, sure.
Hey.
How about with audio?
Is in the suspect's hometown. Sam, what have you learned today? Suspect's background with guns and about potential warning signs before last night's shooting. Sam Brock is in the suspect's hometown. Sam, what have you learned today?
Lester, law enforcement says a gun was found in that white Subaru. They are
shocking.
Looking right now to see if it's the same weapon that was used in the mass shooting, as we are hearing from the Card family, who says that they alerted authorities that this is someone who needed help.
In Robert Card's hometown of Bowdoin, Maine, area-wide shock.
Why am I blue?
It's mind-blowing. Everything about it it's unbelievable. I mean, why this is going on and why this happened.
Even as the suspect's own family reveals chilling details about the decades-long Army reservist. His sister-in-law telling NBC News they alerted police and military officials that Card was experiencing an acute mental health episode.
You always get these after mass shootings. Where like, again, I keep saying, there's this mythology of like the mass shooter being this like deceptive, intelligent agent of chaos who emerges from nothing. When in reality, every fucking time this happens, the media does their circuit. And everyone who knew the guy is like, yeah, we like actually put in like 50 police reports and everyone knew he was like losing his shit and like everyone was warning, but like we couldn't do anything because the hospital wouldn't keep him and like nobody took it seriously. Like every fucking time, dude. Yeah, this is why red flag laws are probably a good idea if implemented well. Because if somebody's acting that cuckoo, you know, I think it's probably okay their guns get taken away. There's risk for abuse, I guess, with like police targeting civil rights protesters or whatever. But I think like that's not. I don't think that's like
Jump scare.
a realistic balance of probabilities, right? You know, I think the net good probably overwhelms the net negative there. Here's a CNN breakdown of him. He threatened to shoot up a National Guard base. You know, pardon my naivete, I feel like if you threaten to shoot up a National Guard base while being an Army reservist, you should probably
Oh, I can
be
see normal now.
arrested? Like, that's something the cops can do something about, I'm pretty sure. Army Reserve officials reported Card for behaving erratically, and he was transported to the nearby Keller Army Community Hospital at the U.S. Military Academy for medical evaluation. Out of concern for his safety, the unit requested law enforcement be contacted. He then spent a few weeks under evaluation at the hospital, the law enforcement officials said. He'd also threatened to shoot up a National Guard base in Maine. Okay.
No.
An account on the social media platform Twitter, with Card's name in a photo that appears to be him, which has been taken offline, had a history of liking right-wing and Republican political content. Who could have guessed that a gun nut who lived on a farm and was a Army reservist, conservative.
Fuck you all! In the months before Wednesday's massacre, saying he'd been fitted for high-powered hearing aids a couple of months
I think we should make insane asylums again. I kind of unironically agree. Like, obviously insane asylums in their historical context were really bad, but we do need, like, mental health facilities where you can be interred for a while. And have some, basically like a care home, except you get thrown in there. Again, like growing up in California, dude, Reagan closing the mental health facilities in the state did so much to exacerbate the homeless person problem, like so much so, you know. Sometimes there's just not very much else that you can do, you know. Yeah, we used to have psych wards. Now we just have downtown city streets. This guy screams MK Ultra. Oh yeah, do you think like the feds like fucking hacked his smart fridge to whisper like insane right-wing schizo shit in his ears? We still have psych wards, lol. You mean in California? We have far fewer than we need.
I would say.
In ERs? No, I mean like actual mental hospitals. And psych wards are terrible.
ago and was picking up voices that he had never heard. His mind was twisting them around. The family concerned about the mental state of someone who performs gun training.
And with what we did, meeting him and the way that he showed us how to use a weapon, man, smart.
Holy shit, this guy is a guy. Look at this fucking guy. The net baseball cap with the shades and all these patches. Demon Dog. I love my crazy wife. I like that. That's cute.
He's really smart. He's tactical.
Former Army Reservist Phil Gregory says he learned how to use an M16 rifle from Card. They weren't in the same unit, but the 40-year-old left an impression on Gregory.
He knows warfare. He understands it. He may not have ever been deployed, but he's smart.
Is that... I know I'm only getting an out-of-context clip here, but I feel like that's a wildly inappropriate thing to say after he's murdered 18 people. You know? You sound like you're hyping up a villain in like a Jason Bourne movie. Like they do a big shooting and the guy's at the camera and he's like, this guy, he's not like the other guys you faced. He's smart. He knows how to hide. He knows how to go into... Yeah, he's like the hype man, you know? Was the guy told a shooting occurred? Why else would they be talking to him? Like, nothing happened, and then this guy, like a news crew comes up to this guy, and they're like, hey, this guy, nothing happened, by the way, but this guy, you know? He's saying it to exacerbate the level of danger he poses, I think. Yeah, I know. It's just in the...
to say is don't ignore any error warnings, okay? And when you're back, I mean, if you come back, I'll do a full checkup. Maybe even give you a little discount. Take care, V.
Hey, V. Everyone's telling me you're a base gordo now. A big shot, eh? So big you can't call me once a week. Once a month, even. Don't forget where you started. Who'd you start? Hmm? My door's always open to you. There's always food on my table. Mi casa es su casa. No se te olvide. Ahí te veo, Vi. Hey, V. Long time no see. Let me guess, you still the top of your game in all of Night City? Yeah, I left all that. I guess I'm just calling to say thanks for everything. Wasn't until I left everything behind that I realized how depressed I was for all that time. Take it from me, V. If you ever get the chance, just leave. Leave and don't look back. The weight it takes off your shoulders, I can't even describe it. Alright, enough lecturing. Take it easy. Hey, V. How are things? Weather in the Badlands is as usual. Cooler melted, it's 90 degrees in the shade, and there's a sandstorm heading straight for us. So, yeah, you're missing out. No, but seriously, we're all getting by. Family never stops growing. Work's always piling up. Sometimes all I wish for is a good night's rest. But oh well. Can't have everything right. You know what I mean. Let me know when you get bored of the city. I'll take you for a nice, long ride. Alright now. Take care of me.
So that every like would-be undecided voter who lives in the sticks thinks the Democrats are going to take their hunting rifle and shotgun away and they're going to be eaten by coyotes. Like, you could get so much more mileage out of creating this like a mental health issue and being like, you know, I think that the Second Amendment right is good and all, but if you threaten to shoot up a base of National Guardsmen, maybe you shouldn't have 15 rifles. Like, oh. I don't know, Vosh. I don't think people should. Sheckley, man, I'm not even going to read your full thing out loud. Just don't talk about guns if you don't understand guns, okay? I'm sorry. I own too many guns at this point. Just don't. Just don't.
Reviewing that information as we move forward.
Back in Bowden, where Card's family has owned land for generations, childhood neighbor Richard Gunn is blindsided.
No one would have seen this coming.
Never.
Is this guy's last name seriously Gunt? Fuck, I would eat nothing. If my last name was Gunt, I would eat nothing but spinach and like
I could have finished
water
the game.
with 1 drop of lime juice in it for my entire fucking life.
And then
Just
came
to
back
beat the
and met
allegations.
Hanako at
But
Embers.
people would be like, oh, is that
Oh.
Ian Gunt? Can't wait to see him. And I turn around shirtless, veins rippling.
Side
up my
job? What the
entire
fuck is that?
abdomen.
Let's go see that
I'm
real
not giving
quick.
a shit. I'm sorry. I respect this guy. Just
Never expected anything.
Let's see a Ripper Doc
Sam Brock,
first.
NBC News, Bowden, Maine.
See my inventory. What did I get?
Maine is in a
Got the Pride.
state of shock and fear tonight. Streets are virtually empty as residents shelter in place 24 hours after authorities say a U.S. Army reservist walked into a bowling alley and then in a bar just over my shoulder and shot and killed 18 people, wounding 13 more. Tonight,
Shit.
a massive search is underway for 40-year-old Robert Card. Police say he is armed and dangerous and should not be approached.
I feel like there's a decent chance the guy killed himself and he's like polluting some little fucking estuary, just floating down it right now. But who knows? Whatever. Maine is like 90% woods. Yeah, imagine doing a fucking manhunt in Maine. Jesus Christ. Why would you shoot up a bowling alley? What'd the bowling alley ever do? In all likelihood, this was just like a mental health shooting. The fact that the guy is a conservative is relevant to me only insofar as I can point out that conservatives are mentally ill and mentally ill people. Not the second one, really. I think being a conservative entails some degree of sort of calculated irrationality, because you cannot be rational and be a conservative. It's not possible. This isn't like an opinion matter. You have to not believe in facts in order to believe things that conservatives say. So, you know, I think there's probably a decent chance that this guy used to be mentally stable and he got sort of trapped in the right-wing pipeline where he consumed more and more insane bullshit and it made him crazier. And then, in his crazy state, he just flipped out and, like, killed a bunch of innocent people. It's possible that the conservatism wasn't even, like, the inspiration for the shooting. And it's impossible to know to an extent as well.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for the Rambo comparisons, because Rambo in the first movie was like hiding from police. Yeah, literally, it's literally the fucking Rambo. This guy was an army reservist for 20 years. Right now, this fuck is out there in the woods, like using mud to paint his face, and he's like
Where's the
using
Zeta
like
Tech Berserk?
fucking cord to booby trap between the trees or whatever.
Zeta
he's probably
Tech.
killed himself.
Superhero punch.
I'm manning him some more. Jesus Christ, that's fucking Jason Bourne. It's a fucking
what do I have to press? L1 in midair with a blunt weapon to slam the ground with a superhero landing. Kill 2 enemies. Let's do that first.
Here, we need a bit of a break, a bit of a mixer. Oh, speaking of a mixer, I recently got some more vodka and some mixers. I don't have much experience mixing cocktails, but I got some stuff. I got some simple syrup, triple sec, cranberry juice, lemonade, limes, you know, like basic stuff. And I made some cocktails, and they were actually really good. Why the fuck do I pay $15 for that shit when I'm out in the town? Well, are you fucking kidding me? It was that easy to make a tasty cocktail? Literally all it takes is like some vodka, some syrup, some black cherry syrup, some triple sec, some lemonade, and then like some bitters, and that's it. Like 15 bucks. I'm gonna like, I'm not even gonna pre-game, I'm just gonna game. I'm gonna show up to the bar and I'm gonna order like 1 pretzel and I'm gonna unveil, like as one would a concealed weapon, except in my interior pocket I simply have my fucking cocktail mixer, which I have pre-constructed. Never buy simple syrup, it's literally just sugar and water. I value my time more than I do my money, because you guys keep giving me lots of money, but you can't give me time. No, you guys give me money, you take my time, you fucking animals. Alright. It takes 3 minutes to make? Damn, that's crazy. It took me 10 seconds to buy. Okay, hold on. One second. Need to get a map of the south to see. Hard to get a good map of this.
Where's all the enemies at? Not around here?
Okay, here we go. This isn't like a super timely thing. This conflict has been happening for a while, but somebody linked an article relating to it in chat, and I just thought it'd be good to very quickly go over. So you guys know about international waters, right? Basically, every country has an amount of ocean out from its land border that is their territory. And past that point, you have international waters. The reason we have international waters is because shipping trade, just travel in general, you know? It would be really, really bad if you had every country claiming every bit of the ocean for itself. It'd be really dumb. Like, every country would be like, no, I have this tiny lane. It'd be like playing one of those puzzle games where you have to connect like 3 houses to 3 other houses with 3 lines without having them cross, except you're doing that with like territorial waters. Bad, very bad. Nobody got the memo for that over in China, though, because China has been very disingenuously making claims to the South China Sea for decades now. The red dashes here are China's claim line. Basically, what they've been doing is they have been building artificial
L1 midair with a
which
blunt
they are
weapon.
then claiming as land territory and using that to expand their sort of territorial oceanic border. You have these little white dots right here. These are disputed islands. Basically, these islands,
tap
some of them
L1.
partially existed before. And
Oh,
by
God
the way,
damn
like,
it.
when I say,
I didn't-
hold on, China, South China Sea,
Hold on, can I
island.
get- is
Can
there
we
autosave?
get photos of what these islands look like? These little parcels of land that are being used to expand outwards by dozens of miles the Chinese territorial border. Ah, there we go. Ah, yes, here we have enough space for Disneyland and nothing
perfect.
else. It's just literally like a chunk of sand. And they make these artificially sometimes. Like, literally, they will take big ships with sand on them and just dump it. And they're like, ah, well, this is Chinese territory. We've claimed it. We've annexed this island. And now we get an extra 20 miles out. Funnily enough, they're actually kind of doing the same thing that Israel does with its expansion into the West Bank, right? Where Israel will be like, well, now that we've had our settlers like occupy these Palestinian homes, we have no choice but to expand our territorial border in order to defend them. You know, we need.
They're
like,
not
a little
close
border
enough,
around
though.
them. We can't just let them hang out here. And likewise with China, it's like, we can't leave this patch of sand undefended. Are you fucking crazy? We can't just
I gotta
leave
bait some
this
of them
here
together.
on its own. Are you insane? You know? They also like building military bases on them. They're strategically valuable in the sense that they provide a territorial grab and like airstrips, as you can see here. You can put some fuel on there and fuel up some ships.
Oh, I can't bait them.
The reason
goddamn it.
China is so desperate to do this is because China gets an ungodly amount of its shipping through a strait.
All right, let's try to gather them up.
Can I get a shipping map? China, give me a China shipping map.
Gather
China's
up,
actually in
fellas.
South China Sea.
I got an achievement to get.
To the coral reef in that region, or just
Come on.
much in general.
Oh, 2 of you?
Heard that
No.
China's last period
Not
was
yet.
yesterday. No, I didn't
Yeah.
hear that. Though I did know about the devastating economic consequences.
What the
Hold
fuck
on,
was
there's
that?
one
Oh,
particular
I gotta
area
activate
that
my
China loves to get
my
shipping
shit.
through. Let me see if I can find that. I'm having a bit of trouble right now. Fine.
Come
Ah, here
on,
we go.
stay together. Which one of you two are gonna get it?
Let's superimpose 2 maps next to each other, okay?
These two are real close. Come
So
on, you
here,
two to
as
get
we
together.
see, these
What is wrong with
dashes
you?
of red mark out the areas that China is claiming. Notice how they have completely muscled out the Malacca Strait. Gotcha, thank you. Have completely muscled out the
Oh, she's
international
dead.
waters outside of the Philippines and Vietnam. Like, Vietnam and the Philippines in this area, just according to China, do not have international waters. They just have their territory and then Chinese territory. That is an insane claim. Yes, it is. And Malaysia. Yes, Malaysia as well. It is very insane. Now, here we take a look at shipping traffic in the South China Sea, and you might notice...
Come on, boys, gather up.
See, again, China, right up here, right up here.
Come on.
A lot of red right here. You might notice that China
Gotta
has a
corral
lot going
them.
on over here. Just a
There we go.
tremendous amount
There we
of
go.
stuff
Come on, get together, you two. You're
one
close. You're
of
real
the
close.
imports they rely on heavily is fuel. China does not have that much in the way of natural resources. With
God
regards
damn.
to,
That was good.
like coal and stuff.
2 enemies. That was wonderful.
Hold on. Chinese coal imports. They love their coal. China loves their coal.
Damn, this thing severs limbs like fucking nuts.
182 million metric tons of coal in the first 5 months of 2023. Up
They need to get Hitman a
90%
monowire.
year over year. They just doubled their coal imports.
Off of their head.
in 1 year. Okay.
No limbs. Sorry.
How much of Chinese coal is imported?
Come on. Last leg. Got too much upper leg. Hold on. We gotta even that out. All right, whatever.
You can never just look up stats quickly. You can never just have fun. You know, it always has to be a big thing. It always has to be a big goddamn thing. It's oil they want, coal and oil. Whatever. Here it is, the oil import. So it is oil they're relying on then, not coal.
Find all fast.
Through the Malacca Strait. Yeah, you have China over here. See it goes
Fast
through
travel
here,
data
right around.
terms. What's the name of the achievement?
The
Freaking
bend
flyer
that doesn't
achievement.
show on this map. Right here past Singapore. So you get a lot of that shit over here from the OPEC countries. Anyway, a lot of this is like finagly detail. The reason why it matters is because of the article that was linked in chat. China says U.S. has no right to
I'm
get
surprised I
involved with
didn't
its
get that.
problems with the Philippines. You see, wacky stuff happened over here. China and the Philippines have had several high-profile confrontations in the South China Sea, most notably in
Oh, I
disputed
think I
waters
missed
in the
this one
second
over
shoal
here.
part of the Spratly Islands. Last Sunday, a Chinese vessel collided with a Philippine boat, with Manila condemning, quote, in the strongest degree, quote, the, quote, dangerous blocking maneuvers of the vessel. Essentially, China is trying to use military force to muscle people out of the territory they claim is theirs. Now, this is, yeah, I think I was thinking of oil in Biota, not coal, with regards to their massive imports. China imports over 70% of its crude oil. There we go. Keep in mind, America produces about as much oil as it consumes, whereas China, a country with far more people than America, has to import, holy shit, 73.6%? Woo! That's gotta be pricey. That's crazy. Can the other countries just build their fake islands in the same area to counter? Well, I mean, that depends. Do you think their navies could defend their
Yeah, I missed a
territory
few
as well
more
as China's could
apparently
defend
down
theirs?
here. Oh, fuck that. I don't know if there's an easier way to find them, but
The U.S. and the Philippines
I'm
recently
good.
agreed on new guidelines for their 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. The guidelines now specifically
yeah, that's like you gotta walk every single street and block for that. Like, no.
If
No
there were an
thanks.
armed attack on
It's kind of a dumb
country,
achievement.
quote, anywhere in the South
Enemy
China
grenade
Sea.
in midair. They don't throw grenades at me. One detonate. I don't have enough
See, this all
cyberware. I gotta
plays in
upgrade
pretty
for
well with
that.
What's happening with Taiwan?
Alright, we're done with
China
Cyberpunk.
is trying to do empire shit down in the South China Sea and everything in the area, in large part because they're terrified of the consequences of a blockade. China could be brought to its knees really easily with a blockade through those shipping lanes. And as a consequence of that, they're really defensive about
I think
that
this
area,
trophy
and
might
as
be
a
bugged.
consequence of
I
that,
finished Carrie's
they're,
story.
well,
Two
you know,
bad
doing the
decisions.
stuff that they're doing.
Bug.
It's really bad and really tenuous. Keep in mind that America in the past has been willing to topple governments just to protect the business interests of corporations that are headquartered in the U.S. And, you know, what do you think China, a far larger country, would be willing to do to protect its interests with regard to this much larger weakness, you know? Things have been heating up in the South China Sea for decades. It's nothing new. In fact, I remember while growing up, there was a Bond movie where conflict in the South China Sea at that time was considered topical, and it was like 25 years ago. I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies. And that was like 1997 or something. And yeah, that was like barely after I was born. So it's been an issue for a while, but I think the tensions have been ramping up a lot more recently. So it's possible that things might get really bad. Also possible that they won't. Hopefully they don't.
Yeah. I finished his whole story.
It's the one where James Bond.
Let me see what was the name of the quest.
I remember it as the one where there's a Chinese kung fu lady, and there's a guy who dies to a drill missile, and I think I remember the opening song being a banger. Thing. Yes. Yes. Look up the first island chain
Yeah.
for more details on how we.
Whatever.
basically
How much did we get for the
I'd be
base
happy
game? 92%. That's good enough. We can go back to No Man's Sky and Trepang. No Man's Sky is going really slow though. I don't know about Baldur's Gate
I
yet.
see.
We got Quantum Error coming
Interesting.
out. I want to play that.
The first island chain refers to the first chain of.
I think I might just farm No Man's Sky later.
From the East Asian continental mainland coast. Here we have red lines. If the image would like to, man. Hey, donate to Wikipedia, huh? Yeah, thank you. Here we have red lines, which describe the chain of islands. Now, you might know.